Mm-hmm. Oh shit! It's loud. That's loud. Okay.
Hey, what's poppin', man? It's DJ J.
Yes.
And I'm here with my host,
J.TH.
Yeah,
yes.
We here on the Patio PolitiCz,
what
man.
We doing?
Today we got a very special guest.
Very special.
A person that I hold.
Don't even say. See, we gonna tell the title, right? We gonna introduce you to after the break.
All right, go ahead. Yeah, just shoot the title, man. What's the title for this?
The title is called Medicine for the Soul.
Medicine for the Soul.
Medicine for the Soul. Shout out to Mac for that title, man.
Yeah.
That bastard. That son of a
bitch.
But nah, Medicine for the Soul. We got a very, very beautiful, gifted goddess.
Yes.
Empress. Everything.
Yes.
Everything. So after the title and after the theme, we're gonna come back and we're gonna get into some real deep shit, y'all.
Uh-oh.
Some lovely shit. Some medicine.
There it is.
Some medicine. Medicine for the what?
Yeah, for the soul.
Man, go on and drop that intro.
We hope you stay a while, cause it's right for life. Trying to be part of your life. We got whatever you like. Come on and just give us a try, yeah. Cause it's right for life. Trying to be part of your life. We got whatever you like, yeah. Come on and just give us a try, yeah. I said it's right for life. Come in with the shows that you like. We trying to be the best on the mic. DJ playing cuts that you like, yeah. It could be the start of your day, or maybe just the end of your night. But if you rock it with us, Patio PolitiCz is gonna do you right. Oh, cause it's right for life. Trying to be part of your life, yeah. We got whatever you like. Come on and just give us a try, yeah. Cause it's right for life. Oh, trying to be part of your life. We got whatever you like. Come on and just give us a try, yeah. We hope you stay a while.
Advantage of the audio book.
Okay.
Audio book.
Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing, yes.
Yeah, no,
almost
right
gave
there.
it away. And if you don't stand why what's gonna happen, DJ Infant J,
We gonna kidnap that ass.
kidnap you.
Throw your ass in the trunk.
We're gonna steal
And
your
you ride
girl.
with us.
We're gonna steal your girl and do some unthinkable things to her.
That part.
We are anointed, but we still are human. Amen. And we are freaks. Go ahead and drop that beat, man. So before we get into this whole introduction of our lovely guest, man, I just want to say that she's a very prolific person to us and
Yes.
a lot of people across the world. And it's a privilege to finally get her tail on here.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? We're not gonna say that. We're not gonna say what her born name is because that's special. That's family shit. That's family shit right there. But we gonna get into it like this, man. We would like to introduce the lovely, beautiful Shanga in this motherfucker.
Family. Peace and blessings, y'all.
Peace and blessings, man.
Peace and blessings.
Politic in the day.
What's up, man?
Hey, baby, how you doing?
Hey, man, I'm good. Look at you talking about my voice. Shit. Hey, baby, how you doing?
I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to find it right now.
Shit. About to get some of this medicine. Don't start talking, Matt. Don't start talking shit now. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. You stole her time in here. It's my time now. It's my time. Nigga. But how you feeling, beautiful?
Man, you know, I'm good.
You glowing.
I'm good. That's good.
Yes.
I'm glad to be glowing. I was ashy a few weeks ago. Man, it was hard out here.
Wait, shit, you too? You too, man?
Yeah, man. Hey, it's going on. It's going on in the world, but it's all for positive change. So
You know, we go way back, man. Just to the heartbreaks and
and the tape run overs in the street and
oh man, taking off on people, choking people.
Thank the Most High for growth and elevation. And above all, peace.
Peace, yes. There was many a nights I had to call you because I almost went to jail or was on my way to jail because of some things I shouldn't have been doing.
Hey. Or was it things you were supposed to be doing?
Was it?
They made you who you are today. Look at you.
Yes, all praises.
Right?
But I have, like I like to say you're one of my accountability partners. So thank you for that. You know what I'm saying? You are a great inspiration to me. I'm gonna stop, man, because we're gonna start crying.
Hey,
and
man,
listen.
sometimes
do that.
tears, sometimes politics come with tears,
It's
man.
too early for that, man. We got so much. Why don't you tell the world about yourself, man?
I don't even know where to start.
Let's start at the beginning. I don't want to say your name. It's hood name, so they know you was in trouble by that name. Your born name.
We gonna give them the born name though. Born Shamanika. Shamanika. And you know what's funny? My mother made she took 3 names and put it together to make my name. My name is 10 letters long.
I know.
Got a C and a K in there, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know what
out
that.
here, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know why she did that. However,
In my phone, it was a KC. You know why. We don't do that. We don't do
here's
no
the thing.
CKs around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But when I started learning different cultures and I started just doing a little bit of some investigating, oddly enough, it started with a pap smear in college. If you don't know what a pap smear is, it's when you go to the doctor. It's the special vagina doctor.
Thank you.
Those are the ones that come in and they get to do things to your vagina to make sure that it's okay.
That it's okay. And your pH balance is A1.
A1.
Or where it need to be.
I'm having a gynecological moment. And the doctor, you know, when it's a male doctor, he's a gynecologist, he's usually trying to talk to you to kind of make it a little
make you comfortable. Yes.
So while he has his fingers in my vagina, he's like, your name is Shamanika. That's very interesting. I said, oh, thank you.
Why this odd ass procedures
and then
taking place?
Yes. And he's like, do you know what a shaman is? Said, no. He said a shaman is like the healer in the village. It's the one that people go to when they need help. And I said, oh. He said, it's right here in your name. And I said, well, damn. That was the beginning.
Wow.
But later on, when I got into Kemetic studies and I learned what a ka is versus a ba, so the soul or the spirit, when I looked at the way that my mother spelled my name, shamanic is what they would call a woman. That's a shaman.
Wow.
Ka would be the soul. So my name would literally say healer and soul.
That's wild. Now let me ask you, do you think moms knew that, or it was just like...
Absolutely not. My mom was ghetto and decided she wanted to immortalize 3 people by giving me their names.
But damn. Do you think she subconsciously knew?
I think her spirit.
Okay.
Her spirit pulled that together, and her African American mind said, we rocking with it.
So mom just was on some nigga shit.
She basically.
Shout out to moms.
Hey,
man.
shout out to my mama, man. One of the greatest ancestors I have. Yes. She keeps me protected. She keep us lit. Okay. She makes sure we have what we need.
Yes, and she turns you into a beast.
Woo!
A savage. Let's talk about the origin, man. What city you was born in and
born
all that.
and raised in Los Angeles. That's a lie. I was born in Bellflower, California.
Bellflower.
But you know what? It's funny because I was raised on the east side and the west side of Los Angeles. West Sider riders.
Turn the music down some.
Come on, turn it down. Let's get into this. Why you have to
say the just say I was born on the east side?
No.
You can't be born.
Here's the problem. We go through this all the time. I never disregard your east side.
Thank you.
I always let y'all have that, but it seemed like every time West Side come out, you got to creep out with the haterism. I want y'all to understand that on the West Side, we don't have no time to hate. You gonna be who you is, and you gonna take it and do that. On the East Side, I don't know what's going on.
Don't do that.
Hey, I'm East Side. Don't do hate.
So I'm just saying. I just gave it up for the East Side and the West Side, and you just tried to shoot me.
So let me rephrase the question.
Okay.
Where are your origins? You got the music back up.
Hey, listen, my origins is on the West Side and the East Side. I'm being real.
Okay.
I'm being real.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? I went to school on the West Side. I went to school on the East Side. My grandmother lived on the East Side, but my family do all they functioning on the West Side. That's where we started at.
I'll take that.
That make me two-sided. That makes me well-rounded.
That part.
Message.
So what high school and stuff you went to?
I went to King Drew Medical Magnet High School of Medicine and Science on the on the east side.
Oh, okay.
You know why? Because my family had tormented on the west side so much that my mom said, yeah, we not sending you over there. You're going to go right over here. You're going to put on this uniform. We ain't cripping nowhere. You going
So let me ask you, did you want to go to Crenshaw? Was you like, nah, this is where I'm going, fresh out of middle school, or you didn't?
I don't remember. Mm-hmm. But I will say, because of the mother that I had, I probably didn't entertain what I wanted too much, because it wasn't going to matter anyway. I was going to do what she said.
Yeah, our mothers they're cut from a different cloth.
I think so. And that cloth is slightly burning a little bit.
Yeah, it is. Not it. We came from a cloth of ass whoopings. Abuse. Ass whoopings. I'm sorry.
Abusive ass whoopings.
Strict. And I'll be telling people, like, a lot of people from different generations, they don't know what strict is, man. They don't understand. They don't understand what strict is and how we were
abuse.
Yeah, how we were raised. And it's like, if you get caught sneaking, ain't no ass whooping. I'm taking your iPad. I'm taking your phone.
Yeah, it ain't that.
We come from a different generation where you getting taken off on.
Hey, you know what? Let me tell you something. You
getting punched.
I was in my storage the other day. Mm-hmm. I'm going through some stuff, and I pulled out a couple of letters. And one of them I was writing to a friend that was in prison. Mm-hmm. And we must have just been like talking about family stories, or, just personal stories.
Was this in your adulthood, or?
This is it. Yeah.
Okay.
Early in my 20s. Well, maybe like mid 20s. Mm-hmm. And I'm reading this letter. It's like 5 pages long. And I'm describing in there all the things that I experienced and how I recognize like how they're showing up in my life at that particular time. And I'm sitting here reading this, and I was like, I feel so bad for this girl. I'm like, oh, but that's me.
So this was after college?
Yeah. This is after college. This is post college. I'm writing this, but I'm writing it about, growing up to that date.
Yeah,
what
I'm saying.
So I'm in the letter, I'm saying like, man, I used to have, bumps and bruises and knots, and you know what I'm saying, from getting my ass whooped.
Yeah, was you rebellious?
I wasn't a rebellious kid. I was afraid of my mother. Like, let's be clear.
Too. Still afraid.
You know what listen, you know what I'm saying? Like, in a real way, I was afraid of my mom. So I did still kind of try to do my little things here and there, but for the most part, I wasn't a rebellious kid.
Yeah.
But the environment in which I grew up in made me an overthinker of a child.
Yes.
I tried to overthink the situation, like, okay, if I do this, this, and this, then she don't have no reason to come in here yelling and cussing and tripping. It didn't work a lot of times, but still, that was, that was my strategy. That was my way to kind of find a resolve in a situation. Like, this will work. This will work. I'm gonna try it. But
now let me ask you, did you run away at any point, like in your teenage years or whatever?
I never ran away from home because I'm a real motherfucking cheat. No, I'm
just so the runaways are not. So the runaways are not.
Hey,
I ran away a bunch of times.
Shout out to all the runaways who had enough courage to go ahead and get up out of there
and come crying back home. Come crying back home.
Hey, but let me tell you something on some real spit. I never ran away from home. I left home one time, and I could share that story if y'all want me to share it.
Yes, please.
But I will say this: I was the oldest. My mom has 5 children, but at that time it was just 4 of us, and or maybe even 3 of us. I don't know if my baby brother was born yet, but because of the environment that I was growing up with, I felt like if I'm not here, my siblings are gonna take this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I could dip up out of here. I mean, we lived in a house between my grandma was on the right side, my auntie was on the left side. I could have bounced, but I said, if I do that, then who's gonna be here to protect them? Who gonna be here to take the hits? Wow. You know what I'm saying? My mom used to send me in a room to whoop my brothers and sisters.
Wow.
Like, take the belt and go whip their ass.
Was you abusing that privilege?
Hell no. Listen, we could call my sister right now and she'll tell you exactly what I did.
You was going there faking?
I used to go in there and smack the bed and tell them to cry. I'm smacking the bed and they in there screaming, ah!
Poor Sharon. She probably was in there like, get there.
Yeah, right. But you cold though. Why you gonna send a kid in there to whip the other kid? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
Damn.
I was not, yeah. I wasn't rebellious though. I did a couple things here and there, but it was few far and in between because I was afraid of my mama.
I commend you on that, just for even that thinking as a teen. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I didn't, and I think that was very selfish of me. But I didn't think my siblings was gonna be getting what I got. You know
I think part of that energy is just feminine. I think that's just feminine energy, just natural nurturing woman energy.
Yes,
you know
it
what
had
I'm
to
saying?
Be. It had to be
to think past yourself and to think about that. So, you know.
I'm thinking like, shit, I'm about to leave. I'm about to go to my girl
yeah,
house. We about to be getting popping.
Yeah.
She, her mom gonna be cooking for me, and I get to sleep on the couch and the floor.
Ain't no yelling and cussing. Ain't nobody yelling. Tripping on me right now.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I remember a couple times you wasn't at the house. Like, what?
I was notorious for that. I was notorious, man.
Yeah, I don't even think that's the word for it, but we can say notorious.
Even getting you in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was getting him in trouble because of my shit. And they like, why you didn't come and tell me?
Where your brother at?
Yeah,
why you ain't say nothing?
Oh, that's cold, man.
Like, man, I ain't even know this nigga pulled a Batman and disappeared.
Right.
Yeah, see me, I can't even remember me telling you I love you or nothing. Nigga, I'm packing my little bag and I'm out of here crying. Take this shit no more and just hopping out the window.
You know what? When my sister left my mama's house, she hopped out the window too. There was the front door right there. She hopped right out the side window.
Was mom's in the house?
I don't remember if my mom was in the house when she left.
Yeah, nah, you ain't going through the front. She
definitely popped the window.
You ain't going through the front. No.
Yeah.
That's a whole different beast.
Oh, you ain't that bold.
Hell no. I'm doing it right while they sleep.
You courageous, not brave.
Yeah, right while they sleep. Nah. And then mom's them calling around like, he better come home where he at or else we pulling up.
That's it.
Then the mom come bring me the phone
runaway.
like, Jerron, I'm sorry. I know you said don't tell, but your mom them, they talking some. You can't be here. Here.
She said she's coming up.
We can't get you out of this.
I'm like, she like, your mom's on the phone. Just
take it. She knows that
Handing
you're
it
here.
to me. I'm like,
she knows you're here. Please take it.
Damn, shout out to moms. Damn.
Hey.
Still traumatized from that shit. So look, I want to ask you a question, right? Because I know we got a lot to expand on.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, so we in the 1600s, right? Or the 1700s, slavery time. Your slave master has been raping you repeatedly. You fed up. You tired. Your husband is fed up and tired. You're pregnant. You're with child. And he still consistently do it. Your husband come and tell you, I'm tired of this.
Who made this up?
Just listen. He tells you, I'm tired of it. I'm going to kill him and everybody. What are you going to tell him? Now, this slavery time. Now, it's you there, your sister, moms. The slave master's going through everybody.
Because that's what they did.
Yes. Hell yeah, they did. Hell yeah, they did. And hubby coming like, I'm about to end it all tonight. What is your message to him? What is your message?
First of all, I would just like to say I'm very triggered by the idea of the slave master.
Shit, I'm triggered by accident.
Took me right back to 12 years a slave.
Man. Because I got a picture while I'm asking. Hands shaking and shit.
Yeah. First, I would just like to acknowledge that it's easy to sit in 2022 and say what you would have done.
Yes.
Because the energy of that time and space was nothing like we could ever even fathom.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true.
I find myself going between two responses when you say, well, what are you saying to your king when he says this?
Mm-hmm.
On the one hand, I want to say, well, then we burning this motherfucker down today. But on the other hand, I want to say that I want to take into account all the other African and African American people that are there on the land and what that would mean for them if we did that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm taking those two things into account. And what I would say is, if this was just a fly by night, first time he's saying it and he like, fuck that, I'm done. We not doing that.
Yeah.
My message to him is going to be, well, then let's be strategic about it.
Exactly. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So if that's what you're talking about, let's start on the low key, figuring out who else is on this, so we can go where we going and do what we need to do. Because after we kill him, we can't stay here.
Exactly.
It's popping.
Exactly.
You gotta slide.
Now,
Yeah, we gotta slide fast.
Now, let me ask you, in the midst of y'all strategically planning is, are you still going to take the abuse?
I don't think any of those women at that time had any choice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I will say that I would like to believe that going into those spaces, I would have felt a little more empowered because I knew, nigga, your day is coming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
When I said you took me back to 12 years a slave, there's a scene in that movie where Lupita is like, she's bent over and the dude is behind her. And she has this blank look on her face and her body is just
moving,
jolting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I had to get up and walk out of the movie theater when I saw that.
You went to the movies?
Yeah.
Wow.
I had to take a breather because what I saw and what it reminded me of was the idea that Black women in America, or African American women in America who experienced that, had to disassociate themselves from the present moment in order to be able to endure something like that repeatedly,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so when I watched that, I was just thinking like, what are the 1,000,001 things that would be going through that woman's mind at that time? You know? You want to be like, oh, I'm gonna fight back and blah blah blah, but you have to remember you have no say so on anything going on around you. Your man, your son, his daddy, nobody can help you. You know, and as a woman, you're gonna have to teach your daughter one day that she gonna have to endure that. So you're gonna have to teach her some emotional regularity.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's a few things you're going to have to teach her.
And how to detach.
Because her body is not hers.
Exactly.
You know?
Wow. And you know what I always bring into perspective with a lot of people and seeing things like that, because they give me every time is, you talking about, one, no protection. Two, this isn't something consensual where if you stick the wrong hole, your girl is like,
yeah,
up here.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So imagine what women had to endure.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
He's doing whatever he
wants, however he
wants.
You get what I'm saying?
Yep. But you know what? The magic. Here's the magic. No matter what was done to that woman's body, somebody, including herself, had the medicine to take care of her. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I try to focus on those things.
You say you what?
I try to.
You what?
Okay.
Okay. I'm just...
I do my best. I do my best because those are emotionally triggering situations. So when I'm thinking about it, I do my best to find the medicine. And for those times, those people carried a different type of medicine than we carry because they experienced something completely different. So I'm thinking, well, you know what? Whatever he did to her vagina or whatever other hole, they found something or had something to take care of her.
Yes, they did.
You know what I'm saying? And for whatever emotional things was going on, whatever woman it was, whatever girl, child it was, they found a way to find something that pushed them to the next day. And that's a completely different kind of power than we'll ever know.
Yeah, it's different than living to make ends meet. You get what I'm saying? It's way, way fucking different, and a lot of people don't get that. Yeah. And I asked that.
Shame on you for asking me that question. Shout out to our ancestors who
yes,
are doing what they did.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because you know what? Today we are the gods walking the earth, but they paid the price. So
exactly. And they paid the price that we wouldn't even be able to fathom, like you said.
Pour libations for your ancestors.
That part. That part. Damn, man. See, I was about to ask you. We're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna breathe. And then we'll be back, man. We got the lovely Shanga, DJ Infant J. I am J Fifth, and we'll be back after this, man. Make sure y'all don't go nowhere.
Yeah.
Have you seen my role yet?
Yes.
Did you like it?
No.
You know you my girl, right? Damn, queen. And I support you through everything you do. But this whole acting thing, is it for real? Or is it just one of those things to like? I got the role? Thank you. Okay, bye. Thank you. All right.
If it wasn't for your mama, God bless her soul, I'd fire your ass.
I'm Eugenia. I'm an aspiring actress from South Central Los Angeles. Yes, I'm from the hood, and yes, the shit you see on TV is really how it is.
Damn. We almost had an emotional break.
Let me get this drop, man.
Yeah, go ahead. Why don't you bring us in, Em? I need a second to process this shit,
with the Patio PolitiCz.
Thank you.
You gotta pour into the black man. You know what I'm saying?
Some of us brothers are sensitive in a good way. I'm proud to be sensitive.
First of all, I'm about to tell you the hardest dude that you know. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You know what? I ain't gonna tell his business, but
yeah.
All I'm gonna say is balance.
Yes.
Balance. No man should walk around with no emotions.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? So if something tug at your heart, I want you to drop a tear. Otherwise, you're weird.
Yeah, that's real talk.
I ain't gonna call you weird since society has already, you know what I'm saying, shaped that. So men have embedded that in the thread of what it means to be a man. But I will say that it's extremely unfair to make a man think that he is weak or less than a man because he shows emotion. You know what I'm saying? I be telling people, like, when I have a son, I'm not gonna tell my son he can't cry. Now, I'm not going to let my son be a cry baby.
Exactly. That's where that balance come in at.
Right. But if something happened and it hurt you or you whatever and you fall, your natural human reaction. If I tell my son to not be human, when he gets 20 and he got a girlfriend, she going to be calling me saying, I can't get your son to talk to me. He just upset. And I'm going to be like,
he blank.
He blank. He blank as fuck. And if I'm living in my truth, I'm going to have to say, sis, I'm sorry, because I told my son, you know what I'm saying, he ain't got no emotions. The emotions are for weakness. Right. You know what I'm saying?
So emotions are for bitches.
Yeah, you can't tell your son not to cry, which is a natural human emotion, and then turn around and go in the room with your man and be mad because he ain't giving off no emotional vibrations. His mama taught him what you telling your son.
Message.
Shake it up, baby. Shake it up.
No, that's facts. That's facts. Damn, that's real. Man. That's real. And I like to tell people too, man, they like, even for black men, that our feelings are non-negotiable. We're entitled to feel.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Please feel.
We have to.
Because if they felt more, we would have less killing.
Exactly. But what I love is just what you did on that break. I know you guys didn't see, but just the edification and the love and appreciation and recognition goes far beyond you ever can imagine for us from you. And you're looking in our eyes doing it. You're not looking at, I just want to say Tyree and Mac and JT. And I love you guys. And it's like, look up, witch. You look up.
I was raised by real niggas. They don't respect you if you ain't looking in the eyes.
Real talk. She looked in our soul.
Yeah, she looking through us.
I'm fighting tears, squeezing my cup like,
And you know what? I have proclaimed myself to be. I have a sister friend. She was like, "Oh yeah, I got this club. It's called the Niggas Need Love Club, right?" Said, "Sis, we need to just go on and make that an official organization and wear some T-shirts and just walk around and just hug black men."
No, for real.
You know, because they need it. We need it too.
Yeah.
You know, but I have definitely taken it upon myself as a part of my legacy to always leave a black man better than I found him. So even in my sharing of spaces, intimate spaces, you know, and I gotta tell a black man, like, "Excuse me, sir, I'm not really feeling the shit that you giving me right now." I'm not gonna leave him with that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come back around and I'm gonna say, "But you know what? I appreciate when you do this, and I appreciate when you do that." Because I feel like as black people in America, we already have enough going on.
Yes, we do.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I'm tired of talking about the problems. I would rather just be about the solution. For me, my execution is when I see a black woman, "Hey sis, how you doing?" When I see a black man, look at you. Look at all that magic. You know, because we need it. And it catches people off guard a lot of times.
Because we ain't used to it.
Because we're not used to it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I was born and raised in the hood, so you know, you looking at somebody, they like, "Nigga, what's up with you?"
What's happening?
You know what I'm saying? What's happening?
Yeah. What's up?
So I've had to.
We was talking about that. Not to cut you off, about the South. Remember we was talking about the dynamic between where we from, South Central, and going to the South where people greet you.
Yes.
And if that's your first time being out there, you kind of like
looking at them like, "Hold on."
This nigga say good morning to me.
Right.
He waves a hey.
But then when you think about things like, well, they did walk by me this morning.
Yeah.
They should be speaking. Why is that weird to me?
Yeah, and it's like just that dynamic of what we feel here when you looking, you say, "What's up?" You know, "What's up, God?" Came to a gang, man. You're like,
you don't really know.
What's up, girl?
And you know what? Like you was just talking about on the break, when you were saying like what I'm saying to y'all and how it make you feel. Think about a dude who, like you said, you walk by, you know, your local hoodster on the corner. "What's up, God King?" He looking at you. He like, because it penetrated him in a different way.
Yeah.
So he feeling something. He trying to figure it out in his head and in his heart. Yeah. He like, now he thinking about like 1,000,001 things. Like, what am I gonna say? What the homie's gonna say if I say something weird?
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm taking too long. He just gonna give you the black man head nod.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's the solution.
But that seed is planted though.
It is.
That seed is planted.
It is.
Yeah.
I was just telling Mac, man, everybody ain't for us to be able to really help like that.
Yeah,
you know, some people we just meant to plant the seeds. Sometimes we just meant to dig the hole.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we have to start using the magic of our discernment to know.
Oh, man.
When we open in the hole, when we putting in the seed, when we closing it up, and when we watering it, because everybody is at a different stage.
Yeah.
You know? And I have come to understand in a humble yet very confident way that I'm not in the position anymore to be sticking my finger in the soil for people's holes. You know, so I'm coming through after the seed is already in there.
You coming through when that little green is, when the green is sticking up?
I'm gonna help the green come up. I'm gonna give you some mommy water.
Yeah, come water it. Yeah,
come on,
I'm gonna come water it. I'm gonna come water it.
Come on.
Everything else, the hole in the seed is just coming by my presence.
Yes.
So my job is to make sure that when I come into a space or when I interact with somebody, that I leave them with something. Now, what they do with that, is what they do with that. But my heart has come to a place of peace and resolve, and knowing that as long as I show up as me, whatever they needed, they got.
Wow. And see, that ties back. You hit on something about discernment, and what we was talking about on the break is just going back to that question. I know y'all want to talk about it.
Yeah, it's okay.
We gotta go back to it.
But you know it's good.
Yeah, but you was talking about telling your husband, okay, if this is what we're gonna do, we need to strategize. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you was kind of saying on break, going through, if it's 1,000 of us, 800, having the discernment to know who to tell, who to talk to, that's going. not run the mass and be
yes.
like, hey, you know,
now we gotta take you out too.
Yeah, you know, Shanga them planning the kid.
Yeah, you know
oh,
they
really?
coming.
Yeah,
They coming at this time.
They coming at this time.
Yeah, cold game. Cold game.
So how do we master the discernment, the spirit of discernment?
Ooh, how do you master the spirit of discernment? So,
or at least being a novice.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
You know what?
You got to be expert, but just a little
Yeah.
when you go and be like, hey, Shanga.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? When you feel that energy. And Shanga come back like, what? What's up? No, tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As cliche as it sounds, and this used to piss me off. My dad said it to me one time too after I was dating the old nigga. He was like, baby, you should just take some time and get to know yourself. I'm like, I know myself. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? And here I am like,
yeah, I know.
Ooh, that stir you up. Like, hold on, what the fuck you saying? You know, but a part of the discernment, my experience has been in my own growing and learning is I have to first know me and my own energy, you know, because then after that, once I have that established, as I'm encountering people, I can then use my other senses to pick up things on them. But if I'm discombobulated within me
and don't know yourself,
I don't know what's coming. I don't know where it's coming from, who it's coming from, you know.
Do you think it's equivalent to the fact of how can I see beauty in you if I don't see the beauty in myself?
Didn't I just say that to you, Mac? We literally was just saying that. Yes. We were just talking about that, because you cannot expect somebody to see something in you or recognize something about you and they can't even see themselves. They can't look in the mirror and see them and see you back here. It's impossible. You know, if that mirror is foggy, it's foggy. The end. You know what I'm saying?
It's getting deep, man.
Hey, but here's the thing though, when it comes to discernment, and I am grateful to be sitting in this space today, because I'm so hard on myself. I'm always like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But what I recognized was, when I was telling Mac, I said, somebody said to me about a month ago, like, you trust a lot of people, huh? And I was going to immediately say no at first. And then I said, I trust people for who they are. You know, so when I'm watching you in your day-to-day or in our exchanges or your exchanges with other people, I'm paying attention to what you're putting out. And I'm not going to give you my dog if I know that you can't take care of a dog.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
I will give you my fish.
Or if you never had a dog before.
Yeah. You know, you want me to give you instruction, but I know that your attention span is this short, then I'm not leaving my dog with you, you know? So you have to recognize people for who they are. Yeah. And then move accordingly. Some people you don't want to have a relationship with, so when you recognize who they are, you move on. But for other people, they may be valuable. You have to, that comes with you respecting where everybody is in an individual journey. So I love you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You might not be where I, in my heart, would want you to be because I love you and care for you, but I'm going to respect where you are right now. So I'm not going to cut you out of my life, but I am going to set some boundaries and perimeters for myself for who you are. So I know that 9 times out of 10, when you call my phone, it is drama on the other end. I am going to tell myself that I don't have to answer every phone call.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? For the sake of my own personal mental peace and, you know, the things that I need in order to be well. And that's a part of discernment too. Today, I'm not going to answer this phone, you know, but just speaking for myself, growing up in the hood and going through the flows and changes of that, there's a trauma that is embedded in us that makes us respond when we need not respond because we're concerned.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So what I've been able to lean on is my prayers and my ancestors. So if I see somebody calling me and I'm like, Now, this is my cousin, and she usually got some drama going on. And today, I'm just not here for it. I'm not going to answer the phone, but I'm going to go and I'm going to pray for her. You know, I'm going to go and I'm going to sit at my ancestral altar, and I'm going to call, you know, one of our ancestors, and I'm going to say, such and such is calling me.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is. Whatever they need, please cover them, keep them safe. And because I have been working to build a relationship in spirit with my ancestors, I feel comfortable in that peace that's done.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that's a part of discernment too. It's a give and take in that space. I'm looking at you just like you looking at me.
Yeah.
I'm watching you like you watching me. Now, whatever you say, remember, people have to start putting away their representatives.
Yes.
And just being their authentic self.
Yes.
Because your representative looks real good.
And that's the person on the first date, correct?
Yes. Okay. That might be the
person. But
person.
People don't know. Yeah.
Listen, your representative, if you good enough, might be the person for the first year.
First 3 years.
Listen.
Message.
Listen.
Message.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
me.
you just got to keep your eyes open and keep your heart in the space of knowing that I mean well by them.
Yeah.
You know, so whatever you showing me is what you showing me. Now, when you start asking me why I'm acting strange, I'm going to tell you, well, because you showing me that at the drop of a dime, if somebody give you the right money, you going to sell me up the river. Now, let's have that conversation.
Yeah, they don't want to have that, though.
And they don't. So that means it's good, because now I done told you.
Yes.
Now, after that, either you going to start changing up for the better, or you going to get a little more tricky. And you get a little more tricky, then I get to walk away. And I get to walk away with my own peace of mind because I gave you the opportunity in the space.
Well, you know how that go. When you show them a mirror of their true self, which is the demon, they diverting.
Hey.
They doing karate moves and shit like that. You know that.
And that ain't none of my business, though.
I always say, it ain't even just about those times. There's a quote by Abe Lincoln that says, like, nearly every man, but nearly every person can withstand adversity. So even though you see how people are in crisis, you also see how they are.
Yes.
That's
wow.
true. That is true.
Baby.
That is true. That is true. Now, what would you say? Because damn, that was a good point.
Yeah. Because a person that's in survival mode is a completely different person
than they are
sitting on the throne. You know what I'm saying? Because in survival mode, I'm gonna be like, oh no, feed all of the homeless people, help them all. We all need help. And on the throne, I'm gonna be like, this nigga came over here for that corn, that bag of corn 3 times this week already. He ain't getting nothing.
Real shit. But that's the thing. Like how they say, like. And it's like the thing too, how they say pressure bust pipes, and sometimes pressure breed diamonds.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that ties down to what you saying in the discernment. You know? Yeah, that's.
Look what y'all doing to me today.
Look what you doing to us.
Hold on, man.
I'm still thinking.
Listen, let me get this on a record. Real talk.
Yes,
real
it is.
Talk,
it
real
is.
Talk.
It could be the greatest weapon.
Yes. And you know the greatest tool that I have discovered thus far with helping me with my discernment is my heart.
Facts, and it's my heart. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
At least I feel that's the main.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, your heart is magic. That's where all your magic comes from. And so, if my heart is heavy, my heart is struggling, my discernment is off. So as long as I can keep my heart light and be able to just be my authentic self with whatever it is that my heart is producing, then I feel like my discernment is pretty on point. You know.
Now let me ask you with that. With your heart, right? How are you still compelled to be a blessing and be there for everyone else when your heart is broken?
My heart is broken right now.
Man, I know. That's also I'm asking. How do and it's only a handful of people I know personally that can do that. Because it's a it's a gift, man. It's just
it's funny.
You get what I'm saying?
I hear you. Because it's funny how you say it's a gift though. Like,
yeah, I used to say it was a gift and a curse, but it's just a gift. Fuck it, like that's what it is. That's how. That's just but how do you give medicine when you're ill? How do you give medicine when you're sick?
I give people the medicine that I'm using for myself in the present moment.
Talking about it,
man. That's literally what I do. I said my heart is broken. My brother died in March.
Mm-hmm. Condolences.
And, thank you. So when people be like, "How you doing?" Mm-hmm. However I'm doing that day, I'm telling them. Yeah. But when I'm just sitting down having just, it's a cool day conversation. How you doing? I'm like, my heart is broken. Mm-hmm. But I don't think it's a gift to be able. Maybe it is to be able to give people medicine. When you down, but it's coming from the Most High. It's coming from the understanding that the Most High has blessed my heart and my mind with. And within that understanding is the idea of balance. So I am grieving the loss of my brother physically.
Yes.
Of course, yes. My heart is broken, but I know that that's a part of life.
Yeah.
We are all going to get up out of here. Death is the only door.
Yeah, it's inevitable.
What I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's inevitable. So I live in a fantasy world if I think that everybody that I love one day is not going to be here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So while I am in the process of rejuvenating and revitalizing my own heart, I'm thinking about the idea that this is a part of life. And the best thing that I can do for myself is to keep doing the things that I know to do. Keep doing the things that God showed me to do. And so I'm grieving, and then people are calling me and they're saying, yeah, my brother died. Or they're calling me and they're saying, my daughter is sick and she needs stem cell transplants and, all of those things. And so I'm hearing that, and what I'm remembering always is just that we all have a purpose.
Yes.
And the bigger picture, people like, what's life all about? I don't know. I'm like, life is about enjoying being in this physical body. And it is about helping the world to be better.
Yes.
Now and when you're not here. So when I'm going through my moments and spaces and time, and make no mistake about it, sometimes I get the fuck away from people.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta bring your energy in closer so you can just feel how you're feeling, see how you feeling. Sometimes you have to just kind of shut everything off, but for the most part, giving that medicine means just giving love.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's anything in the world that could happen to me that would make me stop loving people, because that is what the world needs. That is literally why the world is changing. The vibration of Mother Earth is changing because we have to have the vibration of love. Everything that you see, as fucked up as it is, as crazy and mind-blowing as it is, as homophobic or whatever it is, it's all taking it back to, let me show you the one thing that really matters, and it's love. It's love. So that's why when we on break, I'm going to tell 4 black men when I have the opportunity that I love and I value them. You know what I'm saying? Because I need to love on y'all.
Yes.
And when I see my girl come to the door and she like, I'm sorry. I'm like, girl, I'm not tripping. We embracing. It's that.
Speaking of that love, man, I need some of that. So we gonna go on break.
Oh my God.
Man, more with Shanga. It's getting deep. It's like it's getting deeper and deeper. I'm afraid of the next segment because I got questions, and I know
take me
you
back up to the surface.
Nah. We already
we in it.
We in it. Yeah. We in it, man. Patio PolitiCz will be back after this, man. Yes.
What up, what's poppin'? It's your boy DJ F&J. Y'all that tapped into the Patio PolitiCz. Thank y'all for watching. Go ahead and subscribe to us on YouTube, you feel me? Hey, stay locked in.
change so much.
It
man.
can.
We back.
Yeah, we back.
As soon as you said 1-0, he stopped talking.
What's poppin'? We back. This your boy DJ F&J.
Yeah.
Got J Phil.
Man.
My girl Shamanika. Gay
Shanga,
Shanga.
man. Shanga. I don't want the world calling her that.
Hey, you know what? People still need
This
to
my
call me
queen.
Shamanika.
You feel me?
And I said that early on. Like, Spirit gave me that name, Shanga. I said, but people still need to call me Shamanika because it's still a vibration that I walk in.
And after you just broke your name down, people for
That's
sure better
heavy,
be calling
man.
you by your name because that is heavy.
That's
yeah.
heavy. That's
Shout out to my mama. She didn't
Yes,
give a fuck with nobody said. She said her
Sure
name is
didn't.
Shamanika and that's it.
sure didn't. Damn, that's heavy though.
Hey,
Magic vibrations.
Yeah, but like we were saying in a break,
Yes.
you feel me? You came in clowning 5, but you feel me? Me and her the same sign, so a lot of what she was saying, I definitely agree. Yeah, Aries for those who don't know, for those who watching,
Gang.
Let me shout out to all the other Aries out
Them
there,
Rams
gang,
out there.
gang. You feel me? But I agree with a lot of what she was saying, and it, like she said, it don't cost nothing to give love, man.
No.
It don't cost a thing to give love. Giving, that's, you feel me? That's where it's at. At least for me, that's where I feel like it's at. When I'm in my dark moments, when I'm having my times and I'm down, I'm still able to go around people and give energy that I ain't got for myself. So, yeah,
they'll never know.
And I do be hearing that a lot. Like, man, bro, you got some tough skin, or bro, you be dealing with stuff a little different than what other people
Hey, but
do.
you know what? Tell them, nigga, this skin ain't that tough. Check on me, my G.
Nah, real talk.
I'm still
real
human.
talk.
Check on me. Feel me?
Facts.
Man.
And speaking of that, because I know we was talking about baby bros passing and just how you deal with transitions. I remember it takes me back to mom's transition. And I always tell you this, it blew my mind, man, to just see how you held it together in that moment in time.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? And this is pre of the understanding.
Yes,
that
pre
you-
quote unquote consciousness and awareness.
man,
and all
this
of
was
that.
before then. So we still were in the bullshit.
Yes, very much so.
still
In the
in-
thick of it.
We still
We was in the thick of it when my mama died.
Relationships.
It was getting real. And we was getting older and it was getting really real.
It was getting real. And just to see how you held it together in that moment at the funeral. And I remember hugging you after when you was hugging everybody. And when I hugged you, I felt a power that I never felt before. No, seriously, in a woman. You didn't cry. And it was the same long ass hugs. If y'all know me and Shanga, we're going to give a good 5-hour hug. We talking to each other and all that shit. No, for real.
Facts.
It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Mac, no, look at him.
He just got out of her.
He just got out of her.
I mean, we got one more before I get out of here, Matt.
Not the first one. She called this one. I'm like, come here.
So it's like them hugs, man. You gave me that same hug, and just to see how you held it together, it was just inspiring for me. And it was just like, fuck, like, remember I always ask you, how did you do it? Like, you know, just that power that you had. And I don't think you realized the power you had.
No.
You get what I'm saying? And I'm sitting looking around too. I'm looking for the person that you was with at the time. Like, in any moment in time like that, you're supposed to be by your hip.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
You have to.
Yes.
And you was holding that shit down like soldier shit by yourself.
First of all, my mama taught me to be a real nigga out here.
Man, come on now.
She taught me this soldier walk. She taught me this warrior walk because I ain't no soldier. I'm a warrior out here.
Exactly.
There's a difference.
Nah, and I'm like, man, what? How?
You know what?
You know? You got up there and spoke and everything, and
I
it was
did.
like, yeah. That's power, though.
You know, the only answer that I have is the Most High.
Yeah.
Because it was my spirit.
Yeah.
You know, we talk about balance. We're talking about living in spirit and living in this physical human form at the same time, and what that looks like on a day to day. You know, sometimes you leaning more towards the other one. You know, but when my mom died, something came over me that said, okay, well, shit needs to get done. When the hospital called me, it didn't tell me over the phone that my mom had died because she had already died.
Wow.
They just said your mother's medical situation or status has changed. And at that time, I had a 916 number from SACS.
I remember,
like,
yep.
Yeah, they're like, do you live close? We see you have a out of the area number. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm in Long Beach. She was in Long Beach, too. They're like, okay, we see you have siblings. You should probably bring your siblings. I wasn't going to call my sister. My brother, Devon, at the time, probably was like 16 or something like that. So I wasn't going to call my sister, but I did call her anyway. And so we weren't expecting my mom to die.
Wow.
So when I got off the elevator and seen my grandma, she's like, your mom died. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she just came here to get some help.
Yeah.
You know? So when I saw her in the hospital room, I was just looking at her, and I was with my mom the night before. And so I knew how she was the night before. She was very uncomfortable, tired, just, you know, she wasn't comfortable. So when I saw her that morning, she was laying there. She looked more youthful in the face than she did the night before. She looked more alive and youthful.
And at peace?
And at peace.
Wow.
Than she did the night before with her spirit still in her body. And so I'm looking at her, and I just said, Mama, we gonna be okay. My mom had 5 kids. My baby sister was 4 when my mom died.
Wow.
And I'm just processing immediately. To be honest, if I think about it energetically, with what I know now, it felt like a cover over my head. That cover it was a cover that said stuff needs to be done. So
yeah.
Start getting it done. You know, you're the oldest of 5 children. Just start getting stuff done. And in the process of it, I recognize and realize that this is the last thing I'm going to get to do for my mother. So let me put as much thought in it as I can.
And did you have support?
Yeah, my family, it's like choppy, the memory. That's why I said my spirit was more in effect than my conscious mind, because when I look back on it, I just see like certain moments. You know what I'm saying?
And was you going through relationship shit too at that time, or no? Not at that particular.
I think me and A1 at that time was good.
Okay.
That was Anthony. So
yeah.
You know, we was pretty solid. And I appreciate him for that time and space too, because you don't know what to do for somebody.
Yeah.
When somebody dies, especially when it's a parent, more so when it's a mom. You know what I'm saying? So he just stood firm. He's just like, whatever you need. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do, but I'm just here. You know, whatever you need.
And that's real. Shout out to Anthony.
Yeah, man. That's my dog, man.
Nah, real talk. Because he was honest and upfront.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so the support for sure. But you know, back then I was a different person, and that person felt like I needed to carry everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I did my mom's obituary. Like, I literally took all the pictures and like pasted them on the papers and did, you know what I'm saying? All of that kind of stuff. I remember doing that. I remember the day before her funeral realizing that I didn't get her flowers for the top of the casket. So me and my best friend went out on a Sunday to downtown LA to find flowers. And then we went and had mimosas and omelets and shit afterwards. But, you know, it goes back to that love thing, you know, me and Jamal was just talking about, because, you know, people think that when they see you and they're used to you being able to take care of stuff, they feel like you don't need no help, you know. And let me tell you that if you know anybody out in the world and they always look like they have it together, trust me, they still need some help. They still need some support. They still need some love. And they're showing that they have it together because they had to figure it out. They had not because it was just right off the back they had it together. Nobody was there, so they had to figure it out. It's either starve or go out and get it. And all they did was recognize that they needed to go out and get it instead of sitting there to starve.
Message. And a lot of people think because you going out and get it with a smile on your face, man, that's how you feel.
Yeah. They don't know sometimes
that smile, man, is hiding them tears.
Yeah. Man. And you know what? One thing that I have come to really receive in my heart and my mind, and I try to share with people as much as I can, is when you hold back your tears, you hold back your healing. People are like, "Oh, B, you're so strong. You're so strong. Let's be strong." And I said, "Nigga, the hardest thing, the strongest thing I've ever had to do in my life was let myself cry. It's easier to push it down inside. You know what I'm saying? And keep on going. But it takes some real strength to let them tears come out. And I really had to one day I'm sitting down, and it probably was when I was doing the Covenant, which is a grief group I created. So we had the Covenant. People came through, and we're sitting and we're talking and just allowing people the space to speak about, whatever, whoever they lost, whatever, whatever it is, how they're processing it. And I was telling people, I recognize when I started working within myself, sometimes stuff would choke me up. I could feel it right here, or I could feel it right here, in my neck, in my chest. And then I could feel it push back down. And I'm like, cool, I'm good. Because they told me this is what strong looks like. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then one day I was sitting down after my mom died. It was probably a good 6 months after she died, because that cover was over me for about 6 months. The day that cover came off, I was at home and I was in the bathroom. Anthony was in the living room. And I don't remember what happened. I just broke it all the way down. I was laying on the carpet in the bathroom, in fetal position, just wailing, crying, And he came in what's going on, But I was trying to keep the cries low,
control.
Keep it controlled. Still wanting to be in control and not allow myself to feel what I needed to feel to process that. You know what I'm saying? So from then till now, it's been a journey of me allowing myself the space to cry and really teaching my body that it's okay to cry, because I don't even have to think about it. After you've done that for so long, you don't even have to think about holding the tears. Your body, because it's a machine in itself and it has muscle memories, it will do it for you automatically. Wow. So the last probably 5 years, I've actively been fighting my body, actively making it cry.
Because you're so used to holding it in.
Because you're so used to holding it in. So people well, how do you do that? Because my brother, bless his heart and rest his spirit, he I don't know how to cry. He is not the first black man to tell me that. He's I don't know how to cry. I had a black man tell me I don't know how to cry. I had a black man tell me I don't know how to feel joy. I don't know how to be happy.
That's sad.
That's sad. But it tells you the work that we have to do. That's why when you ask me, how do you give medicine when you need it? It's just love. So I'm when people say, well, how do I start working on that? The only thing that I can give them is what I use, how I did it. And it's just in moments where something's happening, whether it's sweet and it's loving and it brings up the tears, or if it hurt and it's painful and it's, it's poking me in its tears. When I start to feel that little choke up, I relax, I drop my shoulders and I just breathe. Because the breath is your breath is key to life.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying? But also it brings that oxygen into your body, into your blood and everything, to your muscles and everything.
Yeah.
So if I relax my body, that means I'm giving it over to God.
Yes.
I'm giving my body over to God, because God is my body. God created this body.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm going against my body, I'm going against God.
Against him.
You know what I'm saying? So when I let my shoulders down, that means I'm giving it to God right now. And then the next thing I'm doing is I'm giving myself life by just breathing. And sometimes the tears will come out. Sometimes a little bit. But what I started doing was like, okay, I can practice this and get comfortable with it by when I'm listening to music and watching movies and gets me all choked up. Let me start just letting it out like that, you know? And then I got to a comfortable space of letting it out around other people.
Yeah.
Because I subconsciously created the safety net of holding back my tears, because when I was coming up, even into my early 20s, I've had people like literally hang the phone up on me when I'm crying, because they're like, you're such a strong person that it hurts me to hear you crying and upset.
That's selfish.
And I'm like, you selfish motherfucker.
You're selfish.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm going through something right now, and you gonna tell me, call me back
That ain't.
Yeah.
when you finish crying?
Yeah, what are you here for?
What the fuck are you here for? Why am I calling you back?
Yeah,
Because I needed you right now.
Right now.
You know what I'm
Right
saying?
now.
But even in that, now on the other side of things, living in all that the Most High has blessed me with, and I'm grateful for, I understand that I was triggering them and they was trying to be strong. Because me crying is going to make them cry, and they still feel like it's weak. And I'm in such a broken place that I don't care if it's weak or not. It's coming out.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I can't even be mad at you.
Shit.
Because you fighting through the same thing I'm fighting for. I might just be like 2 steps ahead of you in that fight. But we still fighting the same fight.
The same.
So I'm going to just give you love. I'm going to call somebody else until I get somebody that's going to listen. Or just be present and just hold the phone and just hear me cry.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we need. We have to have those spaces, and we haven't been afforded the opportunity to have those spaces. No. Everybody in this room right now, collectively, we are the first generation to really have the opportunity to process our trauma, find a way to heal it, and make a conscious decision to do something different. Everybody else before us has just been surviving.
Yes.
We are just beginning to learn how to live. So while we are learning how to live, be gentle with ourselves, because we are creating a living space that other people have never, ever, ever experienced.
Never experienced.
They have walked in survival mode for so long that if you gave them life on a plate, they would probably dump it out.
Dump it out. I don't want that
somebody
shit.
Else. Message. We working, and we're doing amazing things, and we have to be able to recognize that in ourselves so that we can keep ourselves motivated. Everybody in this room is doing something that nobody else that we know have ever done before. We are leaving behind things that have been perpetuated in our families and in our community. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We have ended those stories. So that means the path that we walk in, ain't nobody ever walked it before.
Nobody.
So we figuring it out every day. That's why when I come in here, I'm going to love on y'all. Because I know that outside of this room is 27, 28, 38, 35-year-olds that ain't thinking shit about nothing.
Nothing, yeah.
And we're over here beating ourselves up while we are working to climb, and these niggas are sitting down in the dumps having a blast.
That's real.
Breaking generational curses and creating legacy. Oh my God. Now, let me ask you this, right? Damn, it's getting deep. We in it.
Why y'all do me like this? I thought we was coming to laugh.
We are. We'll get to them segments later. We'll get to that shit later. Crying out loud later. But nah, like, let me ask you this, right? So do you issue out, like, your prescription of your medicine? Do you issue out the dosage that you desire to have for yourself to people?
Ooh, that's a good question.
No.
Some of it, that's where it started at. Now, today, I feel comfortable enough to just say that I give people the medicine that has worked for me. As a therapist, when I was working in the Jordan Downs, when I was doing emergency response in Sacramento and doing, you know, school-based therapy and stuff like that, I came to realize that the greatest, the thing, or at least what my clients would say to me, why they would always come back to me as their case manager or their therapist, or they would ask, is because I treated them, one, like a regular human being. I didn't treat them like I know better than them because I got these degrees, or I'm, you know, they're coming to my office for a service. But I also recognize that when I'm sitting across from somebody, they don't give a fuck about what they taught me in school, because real life is going on.
Yes.
And real life does not look like black or white.
Yeah.
It's gray, it's blue, it's purple with some green. It got a little bit of shit in there, and it got a little bit of water in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I'm talking to people, I've learned that if I share with them, I've been where you were, it makes them feel a little more receptive to what I'm giving them. Otherwise, I'm probably triggering them because they have even a parent or a guardian that's been saying, you need to just do this.
On they shit.
You know what I'm saying? And they, yeah. But if I say, hey, you know what? Right now your heart is broken and you grieving. I've been there. I'm there right now. I'm taking a walk with grief right now too. Like, we can walk it together. We can sit here together, or we could just sit here and cry, whatever it is, or laugh, or, you know, whatever it is. So I've just given people the medicine. I have had some experiences with a couple of different medicines that the Most High has created. And my elder's like, you just out here just trying all the stuff. And I said, well, first of all, just know that if it didn't come naturally made by the Most High, I'm not touching that.
Wow.
Let's be clear about that.
Come on now.
But outside of that, I'm utilizing the medicine to see how and why it's working for me, so that when a client comes my way and they're talking to me about it, I have a reference point.
Yes.
Now, if you do crack, cocaine, heroin, or any of those other things,
we don't have a reference.
I don't have a reference for you, but I do have love.
Yes. That part. You want nobody saying, well, you did. You was on that patio talking about you can help something.
I got some love for you, baby, and probably some water because you need it.
He gonna call you shamanicking, do shamanicking.
Right.
I heard you.
What is medicine you was talking about?
Yeah. Because the people be waiting. They be waiting for that one thing. You said you a vegan, and I seen you over there eating that lamb. I'm like, woo, you mad?
See, your ass brought the laughter out, man. We're going to take a quick break. And we'll be back in a tick, man. More Shanga Patio PolitiCz, man. Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Dr. King, he was love. Malcolm X, he was love. Love in this business will get you killed. You have to set an example. You have to draw a line. When they see that line, and if they cross it, there will be hell to pay. They must know that.
¿Lo tienes?
I done forgot my serious question. Okay, I guess on this segment we're gonna take a nice turn.
What? Are we done with the serious questions? I mean, they all serious.
Yeah,
but,
it's serious too.
Yeah, it is. Come on, let's get into it, baby. I'm here for this. Can I get a paper towel around here?
Yes, a paper towel.
Thank you so much, Mom.
Oh shit, we back, y'all. Patio PolitiCz after these long 100-hour commercials, TV running on the break for it. We love you, T.
Yeah.
T ain't he like shit. This nigga.
Happy birthday, Tyree. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Tyree. Shout out to the Virgos.
Hey.
Happy birthday, man.
No, T, don't do that. I think I put birthday in the text. I sent the C-Day shit to K.
Hey, he told me, he said my birthday was yesterday. KC Day.
Speaking C.
Who was that?
Where his ass at? Get him in here. Get him in here. Get your ass in here, man.
Hey, no,
Yeah, come get this love.
Where we left off at.
What, the threesome?
Yeah, what you was going into. With
Okay.
Are you? Well, shit, we already on now.
We
Talking about
here. We out here.
So talking about
We
your
out
situation.
here. Which one?
Which one?
Yeah, what you talking about? Come on.
Just go to the one that you talking.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
All right,
The
come
threesome.
on. All right.
Because I'm saying, like, you overstand because you've actually had a situation
Okay.
like that. But I'm saying, you know, you can really give better insight on it than the conversation you was having with whoever.
Yes.
Since we talking about that.
Yes.
Okay.
Why you so uncomfortable?
I'm comfortable.
Are you sure?
Well, I mean, shit, I gave you the 10 seconds, so yeah, I'm comfortable. Shit, you had time.
They said 10 seconds to tell me what you don't want to talk about. Everything's on the table.
Because you brought up a lot of great points when we was talking about it years ago.
Yes.
You get what I'm
All
saying?
right, so let's talk about it. What are we talking about? Threesomes, or are we talking about poly anything?
We're gonna talk about threesomes because I wanna hear from the woman's perspective, and then there was a situation with AJ Johnson, the life coach. She was in House Party.
Okay. Yes.
Shireen.
Yes.
Financial. Shireen. But she had a threesome with two men.
Okay.
And everybody was on her head.
Yes, they are
And
always.
she was, and she was just like, nah, it ain't what y'all think. I was getting edified and pleased.
Yes,
Like, oh, well.
absolutely. She was full goddess status, I'm sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about the women, and then
Okay.
we're going to get into that with Finance Shireen.
Okay. Shout out to you, sis.
Yeah, real talk.
Live your best life.
Well, I would have told the nigga, you better
right, so what's my question?
I hope I finish before you, nigga. I'm still get mine. I'm still
here. So what's the question? What we starting at?
Just what advice would you give women who are considering having threesomes?
Okay.
Or whatever the case may be.
Okay.
Because it's a show I watch. It's called Life After Lockup, and it's spawned from a show called Love After Lockup, and it's where people have pen pals that they end up marrying and falling in love with after they get out of prison. So this particular star on the show, this woman, she ended up, giving her dude a threesome.
Okay.
But he ended up hitting a girl, which was her best friend, afterwards.
Always a tragic
Sending
mistake.
dick pics, all that.
Yes.
Now, what's your insight on that? If a woman is considering having a threesome.
Okay. So
yeah, fan
first,
me shit. It's a spicy conversation.
All right, so starting with the woman, if she's considering that first and foremost, again, it's gonna always start with you.
Yes.
The first mistake that women make is saying yes to a threesome because she knows that her man wants it. Yes. And
cut the music down a little bit, man. I want to make sure these sisters hear this shit. I didn't hear that part. That beat was too loud.
All right, sis, let me tell you again.
Now.
So the first mistake is agreeing to the threesome just because you know that your man wanted and you want to please him.
Yes.
Because if that is the case, that means you haven't come to a resolve within yourself about the situation. So that means that you're already uncomfortable.
Yes.
As soon as she come in the door, you uncomfortable. And that throws off the energy of the whole experience, right? But then also you want to ask yourself why. Why you want a threesome?
Thank you.
Now, sometimes we just a freaky freak and we just want to have some fun, and that's
me,
okay.
Me. Niggas in the background like.
Yeah.
So you're saying?
And then you said, what, girl? Taking notes, getting my pen.
Because I realize if you just be honest and transparent, man, the freak is there.
So listen.
The freak just want to trust you.
Hey, I used to tell my frat brothers all the time, fuck all that lying. Just be real with a woman. You never know what you can get. And if by chance, you gonna get more, real talk. But if by chance you say something that she not rocking with, then she's just not the person that you need to be giving your time to. And that's okay.
That's okay.
The more you know she's not the one, the closer you are to the one. You just have to be authentic with yourself so you can get what it is that you're looking for.
Message.
You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to the threesome thing, after you have decided within yourself, like, nah, I'm just a little freaking, I just want to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Right after that, what I did was I started asking myself, sorry, Granny. What I did is I started asking myself, sorry, Uncle. I started asking myself, like, I troubleshooted different scenarios to ask myself how I would respond, you know, how I would feel about that. And I ask myself, well, why do I feel like that? Why would I feel like that?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You got to check in with
you
yourself.
have to.
Before you try to do anything with anybody, whether it's threesomes, life, children, school, whatever it is, you got to first check in with yourself and establish your foundation on what it is that's taking place. So when we start talking about threesomes and stuff like that, both parties, men and women, because really, to be honest, women will get in the space, but the men really usually fuck it up.
Yes,
okay,
we always do.
Excuse me, but
they always do.
Let me tell you. I'm about to say, yeah.
Because I ain't part of them niggas. Damn.
You know,
shit.
You have to. That's why I said if you have a partner, and this is something that y'all are deciding to embark upon together, y'all have to do all of it together. You know what I'm saying? We a team.
Yes,
we are a team, and we are opening the door for. I don't know if it's going to be a teammate for a night, or if y'all are in the space of trying to find somebody to add into your home and space. But whatever it is, you have to automatically have or know and go into any of those spaces with we are a team. Not meaning that whoever comes in, we don't treat them well, but just understanding that between the two of us, we have some agreements. We have some agreements and boundaries.
Yes.
And we both are willing. I gave you all of my list. Now, if you gave me 10, but your list got 12 on it, I don't give a fuck about those other 2 because you didn't tell me. So if it happens and it make you feel some kind of way, I don't have to cater to that at all because we had the conversation.
Yes.
And as 2 consenting adults,
having a real
let's talk about being an adult because it's a lot of children out here masking and parading as adults.
Age-wise,
right?
yes.
Age-wise,
yes.
And their representative says 38. But behind the representative, they meant 8.
Yeah.
8.
Yeah.
They meant 8. Right? So if I'm coming to you and I'm saying we are deciding to have this adult experience, then we should be having adult conversations.
Facts.
So I'm going to tell you.
Message.
I'm going to tell you. And I'm trying to tell on myself on the politics. I'm trying to hold a little bit of this, but I really want to give y'all the juice. I want to give y'all the juice. Here's the thing. Whatever your boundaries are, you and your partner agree upon.
Yes.
Stick to that. And I'm going to tell you, the brothers usually have a problem with sticking with that. Because if a woman just surprisingly gives you a threesome after y'all have had some conversations, you feel like the motherfucking man when you walk through. Which you should. I'm not mad about that. You know, it didn't bounce, it didn't pop, and you had a good time. But you have to remember that it's just not you in the situation.
Exactly.
Remember that you're still a partner in a team here.
Yeah.
So you crossed the line if I told you that my boundary was I brought her in here.
Yeah.
And I told you that we are in this space and we're here to engage and have this encounter. Maybe it'll keep going after that, or maybe it's just one time. But I'm telling you,
it's like his audition, pretty much.
It's everybody's audition.
Yeah.
It's your audition because you can have a whole lot of things in your mind, but when you get into the space, something might come up that you didn't expect. You know what I'm saying? So if you have the parameters already outlined in this triangle, everybody should at least be able to move in those parameters. The brothers usually get very excited and feel very over confident, overzealous, over everything. And he's like, I wish I could fuck every girl in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he's like, bro, but it took you like 15 years to find that one chick that was gonna do that. Don't fuck it up.
Yeah, don't. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think a lot of men do that.
Yeah, stay being a team.
Yeah,
stay being a team player. And
I think when it comes down to that, niggas want a ball hog in the act. They want to take the ball. Yeah, Michael Jordan. They like, nah, I got this.
Here's the thing, though, and this is the part that they don't think about. if she gave you the space and opportunity for y'all to have a threesome, ball hog again with your girl.
With your woman, yes.
So
pass her the rock.
Fellas.
You know what I'm saying? Like
throw her loud.
That's just it. And that's where your relationship is over.
Yes.
Your relationship is over not because you stepped outside of the boundaries, but because you show me that we are not a team.
Yeah.
You show me that when you get $1 billion in a bank account, you out of here.
Yeah.
That's what you just showed me.
Fast as fuck.
We've been over here living on thousands. And then I you know what I'm saying? I did a little 1-2 and served you a pass that got you $1 billion, and nigga, you left.
You in the bed, pass it, nigga, pass it.
And guess what happened?
This nigga doing layups, dunks.
And guess what happened? He dropped that $1 billion.
Yep.
Now he ain't even at $1 million. He at $100s. And I'm saying I'll never give a nigga $1 billion again.
See? Stupid ass.
Then fucked it all up. But on the reverse side, what it looks like really is, and this kind of goes into the polygamy, polyamory situations. I just did a little TikTok real quick about it, and I said, in 2022, really the only way that polygamy and polyamory and all that is going to work is if the women get together and then go get the man.
Exactly.
Because if the man goes out, if there's already a team, a man and a woman there, they need to go out together for the partner.
Exactly.
You know
together,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
They have to go together because if the man goes, I say this with all due respect and all love, his approach is off.
Yep. His discernment is off too.
His discernment is off.
Yes.
His intention is off. Everything is off right off the back. It's already fucked up. It's already fucked up. But now for how many? 2, 4? We have 5 men in this room. Here's the thing. What the fuck would be your response if 2 women walked up to you and said, we are in search of a partner. We are in search of a partner. What would be your response to that? You understand what I'm saying? Your average man is not ready to respond to that. He don't know what to say. Tyree like, what? He don't know what to say? No, because let me tell you what's intimidating about that. That lets you know those 2 women, that mean they already came together and established a unit and an understanding between the 2 of them. Now you're going to have to come in. They're introducing and they're saying, hey, you may have the opportunity to join this team. You don't know what the fuck to do with that.
Exactly. You ain't prepared.
You're not prepared at all. But on the reverse side, if you and your woman sit down and y'all talking about having a threesome, or you talking about we want to add some, we want to bring a sister wife in, and y'all are not doing it together, he going out, he's not looking for the right, exactly. He's not looking for the right stuff. When I chose the girl that I surprised my boyfriend with the threesome, sorry granny, sorry uncle. When I chose her, first of all, I did not choose a girl that I thought was less pretty than me.
Shout out to you for that. You wasn't a hater. You wasn't a hater.
Don't bring the duck. Don't bring the duck. What you want me to do with this? Is she here to watch this happen? No offense, ladies. Well, I gotta get this out. Come on, get it out.
If you know my weight class, sweetheart, don't do that. Don't be funny. Don't be. Don't be funny. Don't be funny.
See, look, but even with that, even with me saying just that one thing that's so big, right? Threesome, polygamy, polyamory, polygyny, you have to be a woman who is comfortable within herself. You have to be. You have to know that no matter what woman comes into the space, I am still secure in what I bring, who I am to him, and then who he is to me. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I keep talking about there's a team effort going on here.
And
you know, people, they out here throwing dick, catching vagina, sleep. The next day, whoever don't live there then left or not. Maybe y'all on a weekend binge, so it's happening all weekend, but eventually they going home.
Yeah.
And then nobody's talking about how was that experience for you? Did anything come up, or did you feel good about that? Like, would you do that shit again or not? Because people are so unused to having adult conversations, but they want to do adult type shit. And that's why it's not working at all. It's not working. So post a threesome of any kind or whatever it is. Listen, because we got to talk about this. And I know y'all don't want to hear this, but this is where the world is going in a lot of ways. Now, everybody ain't going to have multiple partners, but some people are built to last like that. And so you have to have to have that structure. You have to understand what are some important keys in order for it to be successful. When I was a second wife. I'm not apologizing for that.
Come on now.
Okay. As a second wife, I came in. Let's make sure that I'm clear. My husband was Senegalese. His first wife was Senegalese, right? So that's already a part of their culture. Okay. I'm coming in as the American girl, but I'm coming in with the understanding, at the very least, when I came in, it was the understanding that he already had a wife. Yeah. And that as the second wife, she is my friend and my sister. And so
you said she your what?
My friend and my sister.
Okay. Yeah.
My friend.
Thank you.
And my sister.
Okay.
Because those two things are different.
Exactly.
But they both need to be in place when you're talking about polygamy, meaning you're married to more than one person. That's what polygamy is. Yeah. Polygyny is you're having intimate relations with more than one person at a time. Right?
With them knowing or not knowing, just for the.
Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna say with them knowing.
Oh.
Yeah, because I think the other thing is called cheating. See, these poly things come with agreements that people are not talking about.
Not talking about.
And they don't, you know what I'm saying? They just out here throwing dick and catching pussy. Okay? But when I came in, that was at least my because this is new to me. And this is me coming from a pure monogamous. This girl, A1 was just telling me, he like, man, I bet you ain't the same woman you was I was about to marry. I said, what you talking about? He like, remember when you was like, why the fuck that bitch looking at my man? I'll fuck her up. I was like, shut up. Don't tell nobody that.
That was
sounds like me.
That was Shanga.
Hey, listen, that's Shanga too on the right day. But, no, on the real side though, in moving in that, when I first approached it, I already knew that there was a woman in place, so I needed to give her the respect that was due to her. It didn't take anything from me. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming into y'all family. Yeah. You know, so my approach with her was always like she was my sister. Wow. You know, unfortunately, she was younger than I and didn't have the elevated capacity to handle the situation, so she was very childish in it. But in the Senegalese culture, if you have multiple wives, traditionally they have it set up where it's 4 days on, 4 days off. That means that 4 days at night when it's time to go to sleep, my husband is sleeping with me. And then the next 4 days, he's with her. And so when I started having these conversations with women, they're like, oh my God, why would you do that? How you know what I'm saying? And blah, 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 blah. It's good because what I started doing was asking them questions that made them shut up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because all of their stuff was coming from places of discomfort within themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Like insecurities.
For sure, insecurities. Up the vagina. So
it's working.
What I started saying to women or sharing my experience, what I was telling them was what I was doing. So because she was more of the drama-filled spouse than I was, of course I represent more peace for my husband, so he wants to be here more than over there, right? Now, as a woman who is in this space, not thinking that we are family, but thinking about myself, thinking he liked me more than her, I'm better than her. When my husband said to me after we came from a weekend trip of travels, that means that when we got back home, your days with me were up, right? We get home late. He's like, I'm gonna stay here.
Yeah, I don't want to go.
No, I don't want to go over there. I'm tired. We've been traveling all day, and I know she's just gonna want to yell at me. You better take your ass down there to your wife. Your average woman who's not.
Yeah, you know.
You know what I'm
Just
saying?
say it. The American
She gonna be
woman.
like, shit. No,
You
I ain't gonna say American
it.
woman
Shit.
because you got some
you know
American
what y'all
women.
would have did? I
you-
will just stay here, baby.
You got some American women that get it, so I ain't gonna put it
She'll
on all
live.
of us. But right, that
Not
energy.
all y'all,
no,
not all
right,
y'all, yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So, but that energy. Oh yeah, you can stay right here. Hell yeah, I want to cuddle up with my man. Blah blah blah.
We just came from a 4-day trip.
You
baby.
wrong, sis.
Yeah.
You wrong. and then when I was saying that to women, they looking at me, and they're not really looking at me judging. They're looking like, well, how did you come to that conclusion? Like, what?
Yeah.
What's making you say that? And I'm saying to them, when I look at Jasmine, that's a black woman.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, me and Jasmine ain't never had no kind of intermingling intimately, but just as a black woman, when I see her, I want great things for her. So when I am in an intimate space, what I want for myself, I want for you.
Wow.
So I don't want him
Wow.
to skip out on me when it's time for my 4 days on.
Yeah.
So why the fuck would I let him do anything to you that I wouldn't allow him to do to me? And that's why I said sister and friend. Because listen, sister and
I'm
friend.
listening. That's what?
Listen.
Are they listening?
They got it. Y'all
they
got
don't.
it. Y'all got
No,
it.
I know they
Sister
got it.
and friend. Sister and friend.
Because
because
it might be a
listen,
couple people.
listen, there's been a number of times in my experience while being
It's
married.
getting heavy, man.
It's getting light, baby. We lifting the shit up off of people. It's getting light.
Yeah.
It used to be heavy. It's getting light. We walking in nothing but light.
Yeah.
We walking in nothing but light.
And before you continue, you said 2 women approaching you, saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Come on. Come on. We're going to get back to that. But one, exactly. So let alone 2. That's what I'm saying. Even these men out here who say they polygamous, all these. She
back there throwing the game sign. Hey, we gonna take a quick break.
Yeah, man.
Damn, T like, yeah.
Yeah.
You see him doing practice.
Put his shoulders.
T was throwing up the games. I'm like,
Hey, y'all, Tyree out here is swole. He moving it around.
man.
Hey, man, let's get to this break, man. Finish the Patio Politics.
All right, T. I like that.
No, JT, you to see him. You see him.
God, it's him.
Yeah, you ain't see him hit his shit.
What's the deal, y'all? It's LB, the host here, and thank you so much for tuning in to the Patio Politics. Y'all keep it locked because we are not done yet.
I should have wrote down these questions, man. You want to bring us in there? My mind is still fucked up, man. I'm thinking about that group.
You are now rocking with the Patio Politics.
Yeah, man. And we back with the Patio Politics.
Shit, this
politicking, you feel me?
It's so light in here.
It is.
So light.
Now I remember when I was talking to you about it. Remember you kept shooting me down, Geronto, and I'm like, "So don't kill my dream."
Yes,
don't kill me.
Yes,
like I studied it. I'm watching video.
And the thing is, I wasn't trying to kill your
I
dream,
know.
but I wanted you to think deep about it because it's a touchy subject that doesn't have to be touchy.
Exactly.
But it does require everybody to come in very vulnerable.
Exactly.
And the world does not know how to be vulnerable.
We don't. Yeah.
You know what
we
I'm
don't.
saying?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
When the topic is coming up and people are saying, I want to talk more about this, or oh my God, you was a second wife, how? And I was like, girl, that shit was easy. And here's the thing, this is what I be telling people. When I watched my husband's father, who had, when we got married, he had he had 3 wives, and he was courting a lady while I was there in Senegal. That would have been wife number 4.
So courting, not to cut you off,
Yes.
will be considered dating.
Yes.
Got you.
Yes.
Got you.
I am watching this household with about 20 children, give or take. That's about how many kids they had between the wives he already had. And he had a wife that had previously died. Each one of those women, at the least, had given him already 3 children. At the max, I think maybe 4 or 5. So there's a lot of kids, different ages and everything. When I talk to women in America and they're telling me, I would never do that. And I'm like, sis, but where is the father to your children?
Thank you.
And they're like,
you're already doing it.
They're like, oh, well, I'm a single mom. I got it, blah, 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 blah. But you're stressed. You're not living in your healthiest you because you have to do all the stuff for the children all the time. Now imagine this, because I watched it in real time. Now, after you've gotten through your own personal things and you are settled in yourself, and you and a woman find a mate, or you and your male mate finds another woman and she comes in, when you and your man want to go out, who watching the kids? They mama.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you're sick, what's going on with the household? They mama. And not you.
Yeah.
You have time to recuperate. You have time to take care of yourself. All those things come into play. So you would rather, in your pride and in your lack of self-confidence and lack of self-knowing, you want to stress every day. You have 5 children. You have 2 children that are autistic. You have 9 to 5. And then you have whatever activities, if your children is in activities, on top of whatever you're doing to help extra with the children that you have that are autistic.
Yeah.
And you're going to sit here and judge me about being a second wife, and you sitting at home and you hurt and you're depressed and you're anxious and your money is low and your spirit is low.
Yes.
And you're trying to find other ways to help yourself, which means that really who's paying the price? Your children.
Yes, at the end
your
of the
children are not getting what they need because you are not at your best. But if you had 2 women in the household and you had a man who's walking in his divine masculine energy the way that the Most High intended him to be, at any given time, if you needed to take a walk that lasted you 3 days, you go in the room and you talk to your sister wife and you say, sis, I'm having a hard motherfucking time. I haven't had no time with our man. Because he's our man, not my man. He's our man. He's our mate. I haven't had any time with him. I'm feeling lonely. I'm hurting. Whatever's going on in my head, I'm struggling. I need a couple of days. You don't have to worry about nothing. Your kids are taken care of. They still at home. They still routining and everything is going on. And you have time to take care of yourself.
Yes.
So you would rather not take care of yourself. Put your children in detrimental situations emotionally, physically, spiritually, than to say, well, I know my nigga already got a broad on the side. I just, in my mind, have made up the idea that I'm just going to ignore the signs that tells me that she's there. As long as I don't see it, it don't matter. Fuck that, sis. Hold on. Where the ladies at? Ladies, hear me and hear me well. Hear me and hear me well. When you ignore the fact that you know your man got a side piece, you are not making him accountable as a man. You are allowing him to continue to be bullshit in a world where we already have enough bullshit. I guarantee you that if you gave that man the opportunity to have more than one woman and he understood the validity of the responsibility, you wouldn't have to worry about where he's at 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, or early in the morning, because a lot of these men are not built to be able to actually take care of multiple women. But because he has you at home and he has that side chick, and to the side chicks, come on, y'all, make them step up as men. Don't just accept the Tuesday and Thursday. You feel me? Because this is a real thing that's going on. You make that man stand in being a man, and I guarantee you more of them will fall than will stand, unfortunately. But if we start getting together as women and we say that we are going to only accept men who are walking in that feminine, in that divine masculine energy that can respect the feminine and make him be responsible like the Most High created him when he made him a man, you get a better result every single time. I'm not going to ignore the fact that I know my man got another woman just because it makes me feel good. I want him to be responsible. I don't want him to be a child in the street. I want a man. And a lot of these men, presentation is man. but their action is 8 years old.
Yes.
Yeah, it's fun. Damn. I get to sneak off. It's good and it's hyped. But if you gave him the opportunity and said, you know what? I know Keisha around the corner is your chick, and you might as well bring her over here to this house so we can all be a family. I guarantee you Keisha's disappearing.
Yes, she is.
Don't be fun, Keisha. Make that man be a man.
That part.
They only gonna do what we let them do, ladies.
Damn.
Message.
Damn,
so make them step up
real.
and be a man. It's the best thing you could do for yourself and for the man.
And see, what I love and admire, you just not that part. You're not on one gender.
You always say that to me.
You on both.
That's
you gotta have the balance.
Yeah, it always be one-sided.
You got to.
You gotta have a balance.
Because niggas will be agreeing like, yeah, get them bitches.
No.
Yeah, that's right. Shanga, then when you get on them, they want to walk away.
Yeah, no.
Or turn to YouTube and like, I'm good. I don't want to watch this. No, nigga, be accountable.
The whole thing about life is about balance.
That's
so I cannot address the feminine without addressing the masculine. I cannot address the masculine without addressing the feminine, because without the other one, they don't exist.
Exactly.
They don't exist.
Damn.
So listen here. If you want a threesome, you wanna be poly whatever. First start with yourself and see if that's really what you want to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And ask yourself the questions. How would you feel if your man came to you, you got a sister-wife situation going on, and your man came to you and he said, hey babe, this weekend, me and Keisha, we going out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we'll be out for the weekend. We need you to kind of cover down. How you gonna feel about that? Ask yourself.
Ooh.
And if your honest answer is, I feel some kind of way, you need to ask yourself why.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you in the wrong situation.
Mm-hmm.
When I send my husband to his wife, I send my husband to his wife.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So he better be treating her the way he treating me.
Exactly.
I told my husband, you need to hug your wife more. He looked at me. I know he's never heard that before in his life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you need to hug her. Just hug her. You're like, I don't really want to be hugging her. She be tripping. She probably tripping because you don't hug her. So when my conversations with him, when he's talking to me about her,
mm-hmm.
I let him get it off. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is that he feeling, because he got the right to.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to always bring it back around to something that's going to help their relationship. Because we are a family.
Yeah.
We are a family.
Yeah.
If we are married, we are a family. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying?
No, I do.
And so that doesn't change because it's two women, you know what I'm saying, and one man. If it's family, it's family.
It's family at the end of the day.
Period.
Giving them Robitussin. You know, that shit isn't that. It's medicine, though. Kill that cough.
Kill that cough, man. Let's say elderberry instead of Robitussin. We
elderberry's good, though.
Yeah, we gonna get a little more natural out here. You feel me?
Not the Robitussin.
Not the Robitussin. We grew up on that, but we creating new pathways.
That's probably why we was so fucked up.
But yeah, man, it's family. It's family, you know, and it's nation building.
Yeah,
and that's what I said in my TikTok. Like, if you're not nation building when you're talking about this, then what are you doing?
What are you doing?
And so people are like, well, what the fuck is nation building? So can you have a nation without people? No. So that means that you are creating people.
Yes.
Can you have a nation without a financial plan? No, you cannot. So that means that you're creating something that's sustainable. Can you have a nation without love and care? No. So that means that's what you're creating in the household. So for me, when people are talking about polygamy, multiple partners in a marriage type situation, we are a family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's that, period.
Yeah.
Before anything else, we are a family. So I'm not gonna let you do nothing to my sister that I wouldn't want you done to me. Everything that I would like from you, I expect you to give to her.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this. One time I was in Senegal. My room was upstairs. Her room was downstairs. And it was one of the nights, or one of those 4 nights he's down there with her.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a daughter.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have a daughter. I don't have any children yet. They had a daughter. So you even have to ask yourself about those kind of things. How did that make you feel, right? Their daughter came upstairs to my room. She played up there for a minute, then she wanted to come downstairs, so I walked her down there. And in Africa, a lot of places you will find the door open, but they have like a curtain or a sheet or something that would serve kind of like as their
do not disturb. Not
do not disturb, but more like their like a partition or like their gate,
Got you.
right?
Got you.
Or a screen door, so to speak. So I walk downstairs, I got the baby, and I kind of knock on the door a little bit, and then I just push it open enough for her to go in.
Mm-hmm.
And they're laying in the bed asleep, and they all cuddled up and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I let her go in, and I turned around to walk away, and I felt some kind of way.
Yeah.
I felt some kind of way. I was like, ooh.
Mm-hmm.
That hurt me a little bit.
Now, was it because of the cuddling or just the whole dynamic with
I had
the
to
daughter?
ask myself that question.
Yeah.
I had to not be so reactionary to allow whatever the feeling was to control my actions.
Mm.
I had to ask myself, why you feel some kind of way about that? So I walked upstairs and I sat down and I said, Shamanika, that's his wife.
Yeah.
Y'all are family. You would hope that he's cuddling her, because wouldn't you want him to cuddle you?
Mm.
Hell yeah, I want him to cuddle me.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful to see that he's cuddling her, because I need her to have that, because I, as a woman, know what a woman needs.
Mm. Yeah.
And that rectified that feeling. It's selflessness.
Yeah.
In the love. That's why I keep
Yeah.
saying it's family. It's family, it's family, it's family. And in family is selfless in a lot of ways. And as far as a woman is concerned, you are the nurturer, you are the teacher, you are the water that grows everything.
Yes.
If my water is tainted, I cannot grow my mate. I cannot grow my children, and I cannot help my sister. So the best thing I can do for my family is when I see them cuddled up, ask myself, why do you feel that kind of way?
Yeah.
You know they out here fucking.
Real talk.
He better be.
Yeah.
Seeing it triggered me. And I had to ask myself why. And ultimately, it was one, because my eyes had never seen it before.
I was about to ask that.
I seen it in my head.
Yeah.
That was my first time seeing it.
Yeah.
So you got to check in with yourself. You got to check in, and you got to be honest.
Yes.
You got to be honest. If you can't be honest with nobody else, you got to be honest with yourself. Don't tell yourself no lies. So I said, well, shit, I felt some kind of way just because that's my nigga.
Yeah. We lied to ourselves
And then
too
the other
much.
side was like, but that's her nigga too.
Yeah. Nah. That's the thing. We lied to ourselves too much.
Yeah, way too much. And so then I said to myself, you're right, that's her husband too.
Damn.
And I love her.
Damn.
Because she is me.
That's sis.
Because on the reverse side of that, I would hope that if he wanted to stay with her and he was supposed to be with me, that she would send him my way.
Send him out. Yeah.
But even if she didn't, I know.
Yeah.
When I walked away from my marriage, I knew that I had done everything that I could humanly possible where my sister was concerned. It was just that she was too immature to recognize those things and to be able to take it. And I had to almost bring South Central Los Angeles to Senegal, West Africa one time. Like, we was really about to go to blows. Like, his homeboy then like grabbed me and tried to push me up the stairs. Like, me and her, we was really finna go. She was about to get her. She was about to get her ass whooped.
That's too far.
She was about to get it whooped. Let me get this out. Whooped. Okay, it was coming because I had enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I still, even in that, I recognized that she was having a hard time. She agreed to something that in her heart she wasn't ready for.
Yeah, she wasn't ready
and
for.
when you take it back to that threesome shit, before we even get into making lifetime commitments, when you talking about a threesome, you wanna fulfill something for your man, or you wanna fulfill something with yourself, for yourself, because you're a freak nasty. Hey, freaks.
Perhaps her issue was more rooted in, like, you kept mentioning family, and that is essentially something that has to be purposeful. And I think that's why a lot of our families are in shambles here, because people ain't purposefully about it. So do you think that her issue was probably she wasn't so rooted in it as she probably thought she was?
I think, to be completely honest with you, I don't even think she got to think that far about it.
Yeah.
What I think is that she was a Senegalese woman and I was an American girl. Yep. And people are so America holds a lot of power. You take your American passport to any other country and they are going to damn near bow to you. America's this great place. So when it comes to black women, especially when you're talking about the diaspora of African women, a lot of African, not a lot, I don't know the number, but a substantial amount of women feel like American women are stealing the African men, right?
Yeah.
They feel like that. They feel like that. And let me tell you, on the low key, they kind of have some stake in that, because what's happening, not by fault of African American women, but by fault of people wanting to have a better life, you have a lot of African men who cling on to or attempt to grab hold of American women for the sake of the benefits of being married to an American and coming here and, you know, making a better way and all. All of those things. And so even though I was not giving her I'm better than you energy, there's already a stigma in her mind, a perception in her mind that American women are better for some reason, whatever the reason is. And so she's unwilling to see that, sis, I'm not tripping and I'm not flexing on you. It doesn't matter what other people might be saying to you, and I'm sure people were saying things to her. But my job, and that was what I recognized, my job in our family unit was to make sure that I didn't allow him to disrespect her, and that I showed her love unconditional. And that's what I did. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that every day was a sunshiny day, because it wasn't, because you have two women dealing in a situation and emotions are high. But what I can say is I know that I tried my best to show her that I was rooting for her.
Real talk.
And even the times where I told my husband, like, man, fuck that bitch. Straight up. She doing too much. She going too far. She lying about shit that didn't even happen. You know what I'm saying? She over here tripping on you really for no reason. It's all because she felt like he liked her. And this is my interpretation of what I saw. My interpretation was she probably felt like he liked
her more.
Like me
you more.
More than her. And so because that was what I felt, what I did was started giving him tips and advice on how to treat her better. You know what I'm saying? So hug your wife. Talk to her. You know, those kind of things. If you, ladies, if you are a woman that is unwilling to pour into your man for the sake of him pouring into another woman, a threesome, polygamy, polyandry, polyamory, it's not for you. It's not for you, because you do go into it and you get some personal gratification, but you have to remember that this is a unit that's going on, which if it's for 24 hours or 24 years, and you have to always move like that. So even in a threesome space, when you set your boundaries, if your woman, men, please, if your woman gives you a threesome, whether y'all talked about it and you knew it was gonna happen, or y'all talked about it and she surprised you with it, if she found the woman and she said to you, my only boundaries are that you don't reach out into the world and try to find this woman without going through me, please oblige her. Because if y'all had a good time in that space and moment, you have another opportunity for it. Because she gave it to you already just from a conversation. So all you have to do is pick up the bag that she gave you and carry it.
That's it.
That's it.
If
you let your ego get in the way, you will not find another woman like that for another 10 to 20 years. I can bang that right now. Listen, I can bang that right now, that the one that I gave a threesome to, who ruined that shit, I bet you that nigga ain't never had another one.
No, I'm certain.
You understand me?
I'm certain.
It's a team thing. And if you with somebody and you feel like y'all can't be a team, you with the wrong person.
Real talk.
Because without 3 people, 2 people supposed to be a team.
And a lot of people don't know what being on a team is supposed to be like. It is.
They don't.
You know what I'm saying?
They don't. It's very one-sided, and America has taught us the imbalance of what a team looks like. Even when it comes to, and I speak this lightly, I always say this when I start talking about the men, because I feel like it's a lot of things I can't speak on because I'm not a man. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to being a team and the balance of it, you know, America has taught men this very, I don't want to use the word flamboyant, but very, what they call them, alpha males. And I think the phrase alpha male kind of gets a bad rap, but America has created that. In my eyes, the realest definition of alpha male is really just a man walking in divine masculine energy. But that also means that he has some balance in there. You know, so that feminine energy is still there. It's just showing up in different ways and places and spaces. But we live in a society where that alpha male energy is very, unbalanced. And so when you are talking about team stuff, a lot of men think that what it looks like between a man and a woman, the team is I say and you do.
Yeah.
But they're forgetting that that's what my dad did.
Exactly.
I don't want you to be my daddy. Even though y'all out here zaddy and hey poppy and all of that, you know what I'm saying? I don't want you to be my daddy. I want you to be my partner. I want you to be my mate.
Yeah.
You know, so that means that sometimes in this thing called team, there's a fluctuation there. The idea of balance, if you think about balance and you're looking at a scale, people don't think about the fact that with the scale, you're never going to get this. There's always going to be one side that's a little bit higher or a little bit lower at any given time. So when you're talking about male and female relationships and you're talking about balancing that means that today I might be my greatest and you might not be. So I'm going to pick up the slack here. And that goes here, that goes in and out. And it also means, again, recognizing yourself for what you are good at and recognizing your partner for what you're good at. So you might, even though the world is saying the man is the breadwinner and he's supposed to have the say so in what goes on, what comes into the house, and the woman's supposed to just take what he brings and make it into something. But the reality is you might have a woman who's a little bit better with finances. So it's okay to let her balance the checkbooks or go through the accounts. But America's gonna tell you, they've told you enough that made you feel like if you let your woman do that, you a bitch. You weak. Or you ain't no man. You know what I'm saying? But the reality is you might be a little bit better in the culinary department. Because you didn't, you know what I'm saying? Your mama, your granny, your uncle, whoever didn't taught you how to cook. And so that's it. But nobody want to talk about that.
You need a school, man. Need a school.
Let me tell you, I'm gonna tell y'all something for real. When I be talking about relationship stuff, when I have conversations with people about relationship stuff, in all aspects of it, when I'm talking to people and I be thinking like, this is really the stuff that you should be like talking to people about, Shamanika, I always have in the back of my mind that the world is gonna say to me, how the fuck is she talking to me about relationships and she don't have no man, right? So I've been in the last week, that's really been on my mind, because I've been kind of looking at what I am saying my purpose is right now and fully flowing in those spaces and kind of not leaving some things to the side, but finding how those things merge into what I'm focusing on. And I was like, damn. Well, first of all, people gonna eat you up for anything. It don't even matter. You know, if you saying some shit that make them feel uncomfortable, they gonna try to find something to eat you up about.
Exactly.
But when I'm thinking about the relationship stuff, I'm just like, well, my answer to the world would be, he just ain't found me yet.
That part.
That's it.
Well, how did Moses part the sea and he wasn't up there living with God?
Magic. Love for the people.
On that note, that's gonna go over a lot of people's head, man, and I know it is. We're gonna take another quick break and we'll be back, man. Patio Politics. Yes.
We don't like Christians and what they stand for, so our purpose is simple. Go to every church and eliminate the real Christians. Or in other words, eliminate people that love the Lord. So we won't be long. Truly believe in God. Truly believe in Jesus Christ. Know that he's real and are willing to die for him as he did you. Stand to your feet right now.
And she ain't gonna say nothing else. She's just gonna be like, fuck it. Let me just go ahead and get up and do it real quick. Stop her in real time. I don't care if she in the middle of slathering on some jelly on a sandwich. Hey, girl, you just had a whole baby. Go sit down. I got this. That's it. I'm gonna tell you, your hardest woman is gonna take that and receive that, and she gonna go sit her ass down. Because she knows that she don't really want to be doing that. But as a black woman, we gonna always do what we gotta do.
Got you.
We have to actively start creating a new narrative. Our ancestors, y'all, started this podcast by asking me about slave women. Those women had to birth a baby today and in the morning when the sun rise, get up and go outside with their baby on their back, with their vagina still open, with their womb still open, and pick some motherfucking cotton or push something or whatever. They had to do that.
Yeah.
We have to now start breaking that reality and understanding that we can actively create the life that we thought as kids we wanted to see or that we wish we would have had. As adults, we can do that.
Yeah.
So when it comes to the baby and it comes to preconception, and it comes to conception, birth, and post, we have the opportunity to change our Black community, to change our community, to change the world. But I'm talking to my Black people. We have the opportunity to change our community by simply doing something like whatever mother is around you and she just birthed the baby, call her and check on her. I had a sister that said, you know, after you have a baby, everything's about the baby. People call you and ask you about the baby. They want to see the baby.
How the baby doing?
How the baby doing? We're excited to see the baby, but they forget about the mama. They forget about the house. And it's not on purpose. You just excited there's a new life.
Yeah.
Think about that mama.
Now, can I ask you a question?
Yes, please.
What if she don't want to sit down? Do you grab her and just kind of sit her down?
No.
Like sit your ass down?
So here.
I'm just
No. That's a great question. That's a great question, because this is why I talk to men about a balance of divine masculine and divine feminine. Yo, masculine, you want to grab her and say, girl, sit your motherfucking ass down. But remember, she has divine feminine and masculine energy too.
Yeah.
So when you bring that masculine energy, she gonna be like, Nick, you gonna I'm making my baby a sandwich and you can't stop me. Let me tell you the greatest key ever. That is associated with, I'm not saying it's not associated with masculine energy, because men have it, but I'm just saying in the fabric of what feminine energy is, you can remember an ocean. It's strong, but it's still soft.
Yeah.
It's present, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's going to crash some waves.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's going to come in at a nice little wavy at a coast. So when you talking to a woman, whether she got a baby or not, you talking to a woman and you need her to do something that you know is in the best interest of her, bring your feminine energy into the space, because remember, you want to touch her heart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now,
not touch her throat.
Not touch her throat. If a dude tell me, Shamanika, I told you to sit your ass down, but I was going to go ahead and I was going to make these kids some dinner, I'm going to say, I don't give a fuck about what you talking about. But if he said to me, Shamanika, why you won't let me care for you?
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for. I am here to support you and love on you.
It is a way to communicate.
And I need you to let me do that.
What if she's still moving while you telling her this in this nice way? Like she's still moving.
Grab her hand.
But what if she got that nigga energy where she like, what you doing?
What you're saying to her and how you're bringing it is gonna change that nigga energy, because remember, every woman really wants to be a woman.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck I don't give a fuck about none of these independent women. I don't need a man. Girl, you're lying. You convinced yourself of that because it makes you feel better than understanding that you don't have nobody right now, make you feel some kind of way. Girl, stop lying to yourself.
So don't say you just like your fucking mom.
No.
Sit your ass down.
No. No.
All right.
Nope. If she's still moving her hand, listen, I'm glad you're saying it, because this is real stuff.
Yeah.
If she's still moving her hands while you talking, hey, girl, like you were talking to me earlier, you said, I looked at everybody in their eyes. Catch her eyes. And see, that's going to take some vulnerability within you too, right? It's going to take, and everybody ain't willing to do that.
Yeah.
But if you really serious, intentional about giving and doing and receiving,
you going to do that.
You going to grab her hand, girl. Listen, I'm asking you to stop. I'm asking you to stop and let me take care of you.
Yeah. And don't say, or I can take care of somebody else, baby.
No.
Okay. I'm asking.
No, it's just, it's about, it's all,
baby,
it's all about her. Because remember, you're wanting to penetrate her heart in a positive way.
Not
I don't want to hear
heart.
you. I don't want to hear you telling me you'll go do it for another broad if I don't do it. Because right now I'm actively working through something that you want me to change that I'm used to doing.
Yeah.
So really what I need is positive words.
Got
now,
you.
after you give her those positive words and you give her that encouragement and you see that she still want to make that sandwich, you let her make that sandwich. Yeah. And walk away and mind your business. But let me tell you what's going to happen. She going to think about it later.
The seed is planted.
The seed is planted. She going to be processing it. Now, if she's a woman who is intentional about being better, you will see a change in her, or she will bring the conversation back up. If she's a woman who is not ready yet to receive that, then you have to now evaluate the situation that you're in.
And go get somebody else pregnant and make that baby.
Not go get somebody else
I was about
pregnant.
to end message until you said.
Not go get somebody else pregnant, but first start with you and make sure that you use your discernment of who you picking.
Make sure a nigga control himself. Before
getting there in the first place.
All right, we got a few minutes left. I want you to get everything in.
Yes.
Let's go with the bag now.
Well, this bag, first of all,
Is
I
this
didn't
for
know.
us?
Yeah, I didn't know everybody was gonna be here, and I only bought 3.
Ooh.
So I'm just gonna say to give it to the people that I don't see as often. So J Fifth and Infant, y'all not gonna get one today. Sis, you're not gonna get one today. That's okay, because I can see y'all again real soon.
Okay.
I'm gonna give this to T. I'm gonna give this to Mac.
Did you do a photo shoot with this thing?
Yeah, last year though, we on the yeah. Whenever it was 2020, we up again. We got next. We got next. You know, I'm getting naked in front of this camera again. I'm playing.
Freaky G. I got you though. I got you.
But inside of this bag, it's of course a QR code for people to be able to reach my link for my doula service, for my grief services, for my medicine dolls, ancestry dolls. But there's also this small little perfume, or I don't want to call it a perfume, but I'm going to call it a body roller. This right here is actually made to be a couple of things. The essential oil in it is clearing for your energy. So at any given time, you're feeling a little heavy, you know, you're in a space where it's a lot of heavy going on, and you just need some external something to help you regulate the inside. You can utilize this. It has geranium
How
oil.
big do they come? Because I need a whole.
You don't need a whole bunch. You're doing well. Relax. You can use this. I'll rub it on my points on my wrist, but where I really feel it the most is when I rub it T-shaped on my chest where my heart is. It feels lighter. So yeah, it's used for that, to clear the energy. But because I'm always wanting people to understand that their health is in their own hands, and what you put on your body as well as what you put in it matters. It has rose hip oil, so that's a boost for the immune system, and it also helps to rejuvenate the skin. The geranium oil is grounding. It's used for the heart chakra, happiness, good health, balance of the nervous system, lifts depression and anxiety and stress. You can also use this as a wound care ointment. So you got a cut, a bruise, a burn, or something. You can rub it on there. It'll help to clean it out and help to clear it up more.
Okay. I'm gonna leave that for the guests.
Yeah, there's some herbs in here, or an herb is hyssop, and energetically that herb is used for protection, removes negativity. That's why it also helps to lighten that heart too, and it brings you good luck. And then in the bag we have cowrie shells. Now, as African people, before money, or the thing that we call money, cowrie shells were used as money. But it's also a representation of fertility, prosperity, and your destiny. And so on this little card, it says, it has an affirmation. The affirmation says, I open myself to newness in all areas of my life. And that's actually one of the affirmations that I have been running for myself since I think the beginning of this year. Something that I remind myself. And it helps me remember that as I'm continuing to go on and blaze this new path, I'm open to all newness in every area of my life, because every area is changing as I change. So that's what I have right here for my people. And then I know I read the email. Okay, you're supposed to bring something to leave for the next guest. You know what I'm saying? And so I, again, as I'm actively working to be me, I am producing these medicine boxes, and the medicine boxes, they all have different things in them, but I'm handcrafting these boxes. You know what I'm saying? Believe it or not, this box was like the color of this book, but a little more rustic red. You know, now we got this vibrant gold. But should I tell what's inside the box?
No, I want whoever pick it to Surprise,
to be surprised.
Yeah.
All right. Well, inside this box is some personal care medicine. You know what I'm saying? They got my contact cards in there and stuff too. But this is what I'm giving to the world. You know,
Man.
This is my medicine, and I'm actively working to just be grounded.
Yeah.
Just be grounded in what God is telling me to do, and working as best as I can to give it to the world. You know, and know that as I continue to be me, it will encourage and inspire other people to be them, which means that I am always winning, because
always
the people around me are their authentic self as much as they can be in that moment, and we winning. And because that has happened, I am sitting here right now in a room full of people, you know what I'm saying, that I know are as dynamic and magnificent and as trailblazing as y'all see me as.
Yeah, thank you.
You know what I'm saying? No, thank y'all. And y'all my tribe, man. People ain't out here doing what we doing, like I was telling Mac.
Yes.
You know, so when y'all get up in the morning after y'all tell the universe, show me how good it can get, look in the mirror and know that you are the one that's blazing the path for the world to see how good it can get.
Yes.
Because we are doing things that people have never done. So when they are watching us, they think that it's a breeze, but we know that it's not. So we got to check on each other.
Let's get it.
You know what I'm saying, Jasmine? I need to check on you more. You feel me? You know, we got to do that.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the gift. That's the love.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So
yes,
that's what I got, man. Everybody up in here got some cards. I've been working with my dragon energy. So everybody got dragon energy, but I also, because I want to always, like I said, give people something active that they can do in the world or in their day-to-day life that brings them or boosts them. I've been working on mudras. Mudras are hand signs, right? So like, oh yeah, whoop-de-whoop got shot because they was throwing up sign language and shit. That's not funny.
That's real shit.
But just like your body has different meridian points or different points in the body that are associated with different organs and stuff, you can actually utilize your hands, put your fingers together, put your palms together in different ways, and it will open up energetic channels for different parts of your body. So I've been learning with these cards different mudras to use. Like they have some, each one is associated with the chakra. If you don't know what a chakra is, it's just the energy point in your body. But they have different energy points, gives different energy. So the mudras are associated with each one of those places and spaces in the body. And you don't have to do it for a long time. Like you can be sitting here talking, and while your hand's under the table, put your hand in the mudra for 2 minutes.
And
you know what I'm saying? But you'll be able to actively recognize changes in your energy, but only if you are grounded enough to be aware of yourself.
Got you.
I have real quick, my sister's friend follows me on Instagram. I still don't know the sister's name, but she apparently follows me, and I have put a calming mudra, and that's when you take your thumb inside the palm of your hand, right at the top when your fingers start to meet the palm, and you closing, not tightly, but just close it on both hands. This is a calming mudra, right? Your energy's really high. It's a lot of going on. You need to just kind of relax for a minute. You can literally take your hands, take your thumbs, tuck them in, and just do this, and that'll help to calm the energy in your body. So everybody here right now, I know I already gave y'all some dragon cards, but I'm going to give y'all a mudra card. Take a picture of it. I'll send you guys, or y'all can take pictures of what's coming out of the book. It'll give you a nice affirmation for the card. And just keep the thought, or keep the mudra, keep mudras in your mind.
Yeah.
Because if you keep the word mudra in your mind, or hand sign in your mind, you'll want to do the sign, you know. And I've just been actively, it's one of those pieces of medicine that I use for myself, and I've been like changing them out every week, I usually have 2 that I'm working in a week, but if it needs to stay a little bit longer, I keep it a little bit longer. They've been a blessing to me. They've helped me open up my heart. I said earlier that my heart is broken, you know, because my brother died. I'm still working through that. My mudras have been helping me to do that actively. I can feel the difference, you know, so.
And I want to expand once we close on these dragon cards and stuff like that. But before we close out, let everybody know how they can get in contact with you and all that great information, because it's going to be this is part 1 of part 2.
I was going to say, first of all, I'm coming back for the politics. So y'all going to have to come back here to catch your girl if y'all really want the skinny, because y'all see over here, they gave me a 10 count on what I don't want to talk about, and your girl didn't have nothing, because everything's on the table. You feel me? That's the only way that we going to change the world, is if we be our authentic self, and I can't be my authentic self if I'm keeping things in the closet. So
real spill.
I'm going to let y'all have that. I'm going to give it to you in a real way. Dang, both of his came out freedom. Look at that. He don't even know. He's sitting in there right now. Look at that.
That's crazy.
That's the Most High working.
Wow.
That's the Most High working. So besides coming back here, you know what I'm saying, to the patio for the politics, you can find me on Instagram at medicine, the number 4 evolution. So medicine for evolution. You can find me at my website for my doula services. I do birth work. I do grief work.
Amazing birth work.
Hey, watch out now.
All of it.
Bless.
And are you willing to do multiple
what?
Women, like you said, if one tripping over here, you gonna birth like 2 other kids from other
what
women.
What is your question right now?
I'm figuring out a way to rephrase it without being offensive.
Well, don't worry about being offensive. Just say what you're trying to say.
So if you got one baby mama here and she tripping, are you gonna be the doula for 5 other baby mamas?
I'm gonna be the doula for whatever mother needs me.
Got you.
Whatever mother needs me.
I'm asking for a friend.
No, it's okay, and I'm answering it for your friend.
Yeah.
So tell your friend that I said.
You know, like if the mom tripping you, like, don't make the baby sandwich. I got you, baby.
Yeah.
And she get ready to like.
But see, listen, let me tell you something real quick. Even if that woman is tripping and she has your children and she still want to make that sandwich, that don't mean that you wash your hands with her. What did I say earlier? Maybe I didn't say that on air. Maybe that was in our private conversations.
Yeah, you're not washing your hands. You're just using a different type of soap.
No.
I'm just
right here. You know what? But I'll take that though. You are using a different kind of soap, and that soap is you're experiencing her for where you know that she is.
Yeah. I was just fucking.
I know. Listen, I'm here for it. Because it's always gonna bring something else, some more medicine that somebody needs. So to answer your question, as a doula, I'm gonna be there for whatever mother or father, because I'm still helping the daddy too. I was sitting with a new dad a few days ago, and you know, everybody's not comfortable with asking their family and friends certain questions because people assume that you should already know this. So I'm having a conversation with the dad to be. He's gonna be a new dad, and he's asking me questions. So I'm here for the daddies and the mamas.
Let's go, man. Cheers to that.
Yeah, man.
Cheers to that.
Hey, man, y'all got me out here the patio politics. Got me out here with the sip in my cup.
You welcome.
Got
all
my
you scoundrels.
heart open. I'm full. Okay.
Some of my homeboys probably like, that's right, 5. Ask that shit, man.
Hey, for real. And that's why I'm here for it. I would love.
Shout out to the East Side.
Hey, listen. Let me tell y'all something. I would love to have the opportunity to do like a live where like men are just calling in and just asking questions and shit, because y'all come with some things that we would have never thought about, but I got an answer for everything that you saying.
Nah, this part 1 and part 2. So
listen. Find me at Medicine Wombman. Medicine Womb, WOMBMAN.com, medicinewombman.com. On TikTok, hell, it's something like Medicine Woman or Shanga Medicine Woman. But if you follow me on Instagram, you'll be able to find it. I'm out here, y'all.
Yes.
And I'm here to be of service, and my service is love. You know what I'm saying? I want you to discover the power within you and know that the Most High gave you everything that you need to facilitate anything that you need, to align with everything that was meant for you, and for you to flow through anything that you experience.
Yes. Medicine for the soul.
Oh my God.
Medicine for the soul. Man, the great goddess.
Yes.
Shanga.
Do you mind real quick? I just want to, we got what, 2, 4, or 5 people in the room. I just wanted to real quick ask anybody, do they have any questions? Any just like last minute, like, tell me what the fuck you think about this, or girl, you crazy for saying this, anything? No, it's not. I promise. I'm gonna give it short and sweet.
No, we're gonna say that for after.
Yeah, we're gonna say that.
I can see it on their face. They like, yeah, we got. But yeah,
I was just trying to give people that last little dose before we get up out of here. That's all, you know.
Hey man, y'all better stay tuned for part 2, man. Shanga the Great, DJ Infant J, your man J5TH.
Man, I love y'all, man.
We love you more.
Hey man,
we love you
y'all
more.
Are dynamic.
We love you.
Whoop.
Man.
Hey, West Side.
East Side.
Yeah. We out here.
Patio PolitiCz, going to drop that shit, yeah, yo.